No. Thanks. No problem. Let's start with logistics, though. Preparations. Anyone? Any money expenditure you'd like to do? Anything you'd like to ask Friarde? Um, any because the last time you guys had asked him for orders was just so you know, because time has been a bit wishy-washy with the sessions. In game time, the last order he took from someone was literally a day ago, so he's been hard at work, and he probably doesn't have any of your requested projects finished if you had one. Uh, oh, that's funny. One of them is head for you isn't here anymore. There's like a shield there waiting to be done.
I would ask
So,
him
yeah.
if he had. How long would it take to? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, do
Actually,
your thing? Not that long.
wait, my thing. What? Oh,
I'm assuming you crafted the. Oh, are you not talking about the Tarask arrows?
I crafted those myself.
Yeah. Those are already done.
Yeah,
No timers.
I was gonna ask how long it would take to enchant my tower shield
Tower
because it's
shield.
not magical.
Not too long, but he's the wrong guy for the enchantment. It's for for shields he has already used he has already used the materials that are necessarily for shield enchantment on something else. Cough. Head for Yazordi.
I would ask him if he has any like gem dust that's left over. Any gem would do, really.
Uh, he'd look at you for a
And
bit and go, "Do you have use for diamond dust?" I feel like that's pretty useful for other things, like if you happen to be stone, I can unturn you to stone.
well, if you're gonna use it for something, then I wouldn't take it from you. But if it's
It's more like
lying around,
it's a bit of both. It's lying around because I want to use it for something emergency. But if you think, I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Mr. Kide. We haven't interacted that much, so and I've seen you use some of my laboratory materials. Although without my consent, I do appreciate good work. Um, Let me ask a question. What do you plan to do with those arrows? He says.
um, these are for safekeeping against the greater foe.
As I thought. Did you know? Because there just hasn't been that much of that material quite literally anywhere else on the planet. It's a very, very rare, expensive material, usually used to make things like Weaver's Capesh. Looks around for him. He's not here, but to use it as ammunition would usually be folly, at least from a perspective of a enchanter or honestly like a businessman. But the fact that they're the same as the Capesh, aren't they? He says, like inspecting. Actually, he wouldn't see them. They're near Endless Quiver. Yeah, he just asked you.
I would pull one out if he would ask, so he could see like the handiwork on it.
Yep.
Although they haven't been enchanted with anything, or I haven't done any runic work on them, I would say I took my time to make sure they were carefully bound, and the sinew was carefully wrapped from the arrows and all the way up to the arrow tip and
Yep.
tied around the arrowhead very carefully.
I don't doubt your craftsmanship. Also, I'm not any arrow expert, and it looks good. What I'm getting at here is technically none of the other nations of the world has even thought to develop ammunition like this. You might want to keep it either on the down low or just interact with any of the nation lords and I don't know, sell your patent. He says like with a shrug.
I'll tell you what, Friarde. I'll keep these for safekeeping for now, and should you desire to, I don't know, strike up a deal where you bring it up to anybody that comes in that has that type of position and power before I do. I'll give you commission for selling the idea of the arrows, and we can strike out a deal on the percentage that we make from the patent.
I don't. I am. Well, I'm a researcher and scientist first and foremost, and I believe credit is due where it's meant to be due. Um, I'll hold on to this for you if I happen to interact with anyone that isn't this region's lord. Sure. Just leave one for me so I can actually demonstrate it.
Yeah, I'll leave an arrow for
There you go. -1 error. I'm already killing him, you guys. Okay. And he says, yes, scammed. Anyway, he would say,
Scammer, get scammed.
the thing is, even if I were to make this on your behalf, I wouldn't know where to. Where the fuck did you guys find this? He just says like incredulous.
We went to some village made out of a Tarask. Headfree talked his way into getting some materials.
Mother of Maya, what? Made out of a Trask.
Made out of the bones of a Tarask. So
What what a strange and fucking waste of. Well, to each their own, I guess. So I'm gonna.
They're more so used as a defense mechanism for the city.
You know what? I might. I'll hold on to the idea, but you're gonna have to be the one to finalize everything. So I guess you get the credit anyway. Just leave it with me, and I'll. If I meet a lord, sure, but I doubt it. Like I said, this is knowledge. I'm surprised none of the other researchers in the other regions have thought of, and maybe are keeping it secret. So even if they are keeping it secret, a public patent would go a long way, and I don't know, we could probably just inspect it real quick. Sell knowledge of this and how exactly you made it. 50,000 gold. Oh, just start high. I'm no businessman, but I'm no fool. This is definitely a missed opportunity if no nation out there starts hunting Tarasks. Out of character, the orcs are already doing this, but the
I thought that would be the case because they're surrounded by Tarask materials. And
yes.
They had like the ballistas.
So although they're not gonna find much Tarasks out there anymore, they're gonna try for it because they figured out, oh my god, this shit is the bomb in Orcish. But of course, yeah, he'd pocket it in his bag of holding, and he'd be like, "Oh, was there anything else?"
Oh yeah, the tower shield. That's what I came here for. I was just looking because
just leave it with me. I'll think of something. Come back in a week. I have a lot of shit going on.
All right, I'll leave my.
There you go. One less tower shield.
I would like write a string of runes down like the sheet of paper vertically, and ask him if he could just carve that into the what's it called, into the sides of the inside of the tower.
He'd look at it and be like, "No, not that I can't do it. Nothing would probably happen if I did it." It's like a.
Oh no!
As far as I'm concerned, and observing around the war lab. Yes. Exactly. No, same thing. I've been keeping an eye on a lot of you during the war lab because, I like to keep myself occupied while I'm keeping myself occupied. He is also an ADHD maxer, and yeah, and Ferrier just says, "I think you're better off doing it yourself. I don't see it as." Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
no, just that. I don't have any other. Your shit is weird. He just says.
I'm very aware. My father doesn't even do things like this. It's a little bit different on his end.
It's completely unconventional and defies logic, but such is magic, I guess. It'll be interesting.
That's what my dad does.
Like, good man. Anyway, don't die. Yes.
I'll try my best. No
Yeah.
promises though.
If you guys complete this work you're doing for Resin God, I have a few things you guys I'd like to hand over and missions and whatnot, that sort of thing.
That's great. Well, it's always good talking to another crafter and or researcher.
Yeah, I normally don't like it, but this is one of the few exceptions. We're all
Oh,
stuck
thank
up,
you.
me included. Anyway, shut.
I guess with that, I'll be on my way. We're going to fight a band of pirates up here.
Yeah. Good luck with justice, I guess. And then he leaves after the awkward silence.
I just noticed something. Ezekiel.
Hmm?
Where's Ezekiel?
He's on his way.
Okay. I was like, huh? I was like, we're missing somebody.
He's there in spirits at the moment.
Okay. Other than that, I don't think there's really anything.
Alrighty.
I'd grab
Cool.
my bag of ball bearings and my bag of caltrops out of my quote unquote war room, or not war room, but the war lab room that we have.
Alrighty. Easily done. Any other preparations from anyone else? Money
Do
to
I
spend?
find a cleric at any point?
Not during those hours. You would have to, well, spend from your waking moment, spend 8 hours long resting, and then after that, spend some time, and you could it doesn't take you too long. I'd say just 30 minutes. The war lab's not too big. There's none around here, and same with it's not the same with Wild Wharf though. You can check over at Wild Wharf if you want.
Is that a permanent portal?
You're not sure.
Like, oh, sorry, I'll rephrase that. Has it been there for a while, or is it just for Fiade being opening and shutting it?
No, this is not Faraday's portal. This is
Okay.
Resingad's portal to Wild Wharf. And with her ones, it's always been at her will. It closes.
I see.
So yeah, it's been random times it opens and closes.
Yeah, I mean, after the 8 hours, I'd pop through, go to the guards that we helped out previously, and ask if they'd be able to suggest a cleric capable of casting zone.
They don't station their clerics in the front lines. The nearest cleric would be. Let me look at the map.
I feel like, depending on the time of day, if he's going to like the guard tower, there would just be like Bandor would be playing cards with the guards that are like on break.
Yes, you would be. A lot of the normally the general Novok here is like pretty strict, but the day before just hours before the whole sort of invasion, every guard is technically on break, and there's absolutely no one training. They're trying to get the nerves out of their system, and some of them are just gambling away with it. Some of them have good luck, and you're currently 5 gold down.
Okay, that's all good.
Yeah, you guys are just playing high or lower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rati, you see this, and as well as you ask. One of the nearby officers says they will, on the time of the attack, they will station their clerics from Calder's Reach to Wild Wharf. So they always have he explains it, uh, um, and he just asks. He just says, "If you ask me, it's not I don't think it's too smart to not have any clerics on hand on the site as well. Sure, they may die on the first sort of engagement, but having someone up there and actually getting people up while we're fighting could be integral to winning a fight. But alas, we have as such as empire decree and formality. It seems when it comes to wartime formations, we have supply lines usually defended by the clerics and paladins, while all the rest of us are in the front lines. Any deaths and very severely injured are normally brought very, very fast to these people. But alas, they're not here.
I see. Well, good to know the logistics. What about the town sheriff, Reeve, constable? Does he
You
have
call
any
them Reeve
means
where you're
to
from,
discern
but
the truth?
yeah, we call them captains here. Actually, what do you need this for?
I need to explain to some mistrustful teammates the risks of pacting with greater beings.
Great. I'm not sure if the
Yeah.
general has some spellcasting, but I don't think it's any of that. No higher power thing. Stick around. They'll be here in an hour before the whole shebang.
Would Bendor be in like hearing distance?
Yeah, you'd be able to hear this.
Okay. He would pipe up to talk to Ranti, and to say, "What's the zone for?"
Well, I mean, you were there, and I think from what I've seen of some of the things you've done, that you probably understand it. But we as a party pacted with Endless, then deliberately went against an honor-bound oath to fill his request. And the rest of them don't seem to see an issue with that. And I like my soul where it is.
Oh, yep, me too. But like the zone, can you could just tell the truth, right?
You could, but having an outside source verifying it when the others don't seem to trust it makes a difference in perspective.
Okay.
Because I've been telling the truth, and they don't seem to wish to listen.
I mean, you can lead a buffalo to water, but you can't make it drink.
Exactly, but you can make the drink more tempting by offering an external verification.
I guess so. But
The officer that's like looking at you guys just sort of like walks away. He goes, okay.
like the sword, you like we spoke to the King Slayer guy, Crown
Close enough.
Slayer. He would just be like go on like trying to figure out what the guy's name was.
Yeah.
Oh, so you came across him?
Yeah, kind of. We went and saw him.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, so is he fucking off then?
Well, he did say he would, but we had to agree to. He would look around at the present company and be like, maybe this is better private conversation.
I see.
It's a simple matter, but it is a little messy. But he has agreed. He has agreed to leave, so long as we fulfill one request.
Is it possible to force him to leave?
I'm not sure we're capable. He was very confident. He's either a terrific liar or he is stronger than anything I've ever seen.
I see. Through preparation or armaments or...
I don't know. I mean, the guy flies on a dead Tarask. It's like a cart. Like a horse and cart, except there's no horse and it's all cart and it's a Tarask.
While that sounds terrifying, it doesn't seem practical. How does one park a Tarask?
Chains. There was these chains. I guess he uses the chains. He was trying to make deals, promises, I think he said. We had to promise to do something.
And no one took him up from that offer. I'm honestly impressed.
I think some people were considering it. The majority of us figured we'd get a little more prepared before we agree to something, so...
See, this is what I'm talking about, my friend. Imagine if we were down in the abyss and someone comes along and says, "Hey, do you want something?" And they say, "Yep." And then, well, yeah, you can imagine how that went.
Well, yeah, I mean, the guy with the arm, the changey guy, the bow arm guy, he just starts going on about like the way, like things about Kai's like appearance.
20
I
sessions.
do believe I know who you're talking about.
If you figure out Bandor is terrible with names.
He's the. I think his name's. Oh god! And he just starts like trying to think. One of the people in our party tried to, for lack of a better word, extort Rosengard. She didn't seem offended. Well, she was offended, but she wasn't upset. It was a strange thing to do.
I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
True. Where is everyone else?
I don't know. I was hoping to find a cleric here. They're back in the wall end, perhaps.
Well, you need like me to heal?
I'm.
Oh, the
I've just had a good nap.
The zone thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, can it wait? I mean, this pirate stuff's coming up pretty quick.
It would be nice to do it beforehand to clear the air, but yeah, it is coming up pretty quick.
What, is everyone coming here?
I do believe most of us are.
Yeah, it's at that point. Did the rest of you come out of the portal? Just for comedic timing?
Yeah.
The laugh track plays.
Yeah.
We've all left off hit free.
Yeah.
I believe
it's just a 2-man campaign now. Let's go.
I believe the what's Droxen again? He's not a tabaxi.
Cat guy.
Yeah, he's a lion. Fucking, is it Leoness? I forgot the.
Oh yeah, he was a lion.
Leonin. That's right. Yeah.
Leonin. That's the one. Yeah.
I believe the Durgar and the Leonin. Well, the Leonin surprises me, but the Durgar not so much. He's backing out of his commitment to aid in the pirates, just like he backed out of the commitment to lead this. It is not surprising.
The strong short guy and the cat guy?
Yeah, those are the two. It's not something that really surprises me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the strong guy was strong.
He was strong of body, not of mind.
Can't win them all. With
Can't
the
win 'em
cat
all.
guy, I don't think I saw him do anything.
He stole my sword.
Oh, like recently?
Yeah, like I woke up and he's just got it.
Oh,
And then he tries to threaten me. It's crazy.
To be
that
fair,
sounds
we
like
protect
He's
everybody.
sounds like
he's
a
a yeah, he's one of those Titan cultist lunatics.
ah. Well,
Shit
Good
happens. Yeah.
do you need a weapon?
Oh no, I've got this. And he just boom.
Okay, because Vandal's got like a fucking glaive and a maul on his back.
Oh yeah, Rati's a walking arsenal. I've got
Okay.
rapiers, daggers, bows.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I've been meaning to ask you, Rati, about your rune. I guess you would call it. I'm not exactly what you call it, but the frost that you emit.
Hey, this is the guy, right, Bandor?
Nah, not that guy.
Okay. The Froster. Well, you see, this is why we really wanted Zone of Truth, because there's different natures of packs, and one of the greater packs lets you do this, and he just slices and whoop.
Yeah, and another one lets you do this, and he just flexes his arm in a pose.
When you flex, there's actually a bit of glowing yellow like fire that just emanates from your veins.
So
That is cool.
So truth you say.
I was
I,
hoping to find an objective caster just to verify me, because we don't seem to trust each other.
Out of nowhere,
Oh.
just a cubic disappears.
Where's Jason?
as far as I could tell, I've been honest
Oh
with you
shit,
guys.
we gotta
no
go
matter
get
what.
Jason.
See, was he can't walk or?
It's at that
Uh,
point, Jason. Is there anything that any visual changes to you as you find your way through to the portal?
Just walked into a few doors by now.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone just. What? Did we just hear a thunk?
Are my eyeballs like gone, or they're still there?
Mm-hmm.
Your eyeballs are still there. I didn't like. You're not like a. That's scary. You're not one of those.
So they just deleted.
Do I have like scarring and shit on my eyes?
It does look like it. Yes. When he opens his eyes, you guys do see a sort of coloration. That makes you a bit uncomfortable, Ratzi. It looks just like the angel's eyes that you saw before. Bright yellow, paling every now and then, dimming, and then like a slow moving lava lamp that is just a kaleidoscope in his eyes. Actually, it looks disgusting.
Jason, I was hoping to find a cleric here.
Bando would just start laughing at the sight of Jason, but like not in a mean way, just in like a. Like, he really got you good, huh? And then he would
Damn it, mate.
he would like slap him on the back and cast Lesser Restoration.
Nice.
As you cast Lesser Restoration, the blindness recedes.
Wait, what?
Yep, that's it. That's all you needed to do. It's literally permanent blindness, but you can cure it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's just secondary cleric quest.
Yeah.
I was like tapping my I have my rod tapping like a blind guy. Mate, and then I like he like slaps me and starts laughing. I'm like, mate, why you fucking? Wait, I can see him, mate. Oh my gosh, I'm not a fucking wombat anymore. What
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle, mate. I never knew you could do that, brother.
I'm hurting.
Yeah, I'm also. Like,
This
I go on my knees.
I'm also spewing.
Oh, I can see, mate. Oh. I'm gonna be like, cast my spells, see invisibility. Oh, wow.
You see invisibility, and you see the same sort of. Funny you see. Funny you cast it now. You see a sphere above Bandle's head, an arcane sphere that seems to
The
be
same old one.
the same old. Yes.
Ah, wow, it's nice to see you, Matt Invisible Sophia again. Hello. Yeah, I'm like waving
if I
above
look up, can I
Bando.
see it as well?
Yeah, you do. You didn't notice it at first because you're too busy conversing, but as you actually stop playing your cards and look around and see what he's seeing,
He's looking up.
so
I'd look.
that's what it looks like. To you specifically, Bendel, that's an odd coloration for a sphere. Why is it all? It's like a whitish, grayish sort of flaming sphere. But
Ew.
not really sure what that entails. Looks a bit like that corrupted hex core in Arcane.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Hmm.
Fucking
Oh,
hell,
I
mate.
want to get to that.
How many hours till kick off?
8, 10. 10. No, not 10 and a half. 10 and a half. Kaid
Wait,
was.
Is
Kaid
this
would
before or after
technically
we've slept?
be after you've slept 9 and a half.
Okay, brother.
I took into account the sleeping. Sleepy time.
I'm going to Bando. It's like, okay, brother, funny joke, but you got my cloak?
Oh,
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Oh, what? Wait, what?
I think the big guy, the bow guy, big angel monster, golly eyes.
What, he took?
I think. Yeah, I think so.
He fucked this up good.
It looked like it.
I look
Well,
at
Oh,
Ratty.
I ate one of those fruits.
They're good, eh? We gotta go get back some more.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I could.
Trust me. It'll be so much better once we put some bit of sugar on it, maybe a little bit of whipped cream.
Wait, you don't have your fruit still, Ratty?
No, well, the angel that was attacking you bitched out when I tried to use the fruit on it. Started shooting with arrows. I almost had it.
I know,
I
right?
just couldn't leave you there, Jason.
Mate,
Mates don't leave mates.
What a good bloke. Yeah.
What
And I
a
like-
good bloke. We'd like. I feel like we'd sandwich hug him.
Yeah.
Bring it in, mate.
And then throws
Mate.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Fucking good bloke.
I hate these two. I like
Mate, we should teach this guy some fucking poses now. This guy, he feels like family now, man. Oh my gosh.
Do we have matching scars where we've been like arrowed?
I'll look
No.
at my shirt.
I believe Rati's was to the face, so there's no scarring. It's just a bit of a darker complexion than usual, because you're Earth Ganassi. And to your stomach, Jason, yeah, pretty good looking scar actually.
Nice, look
It's
at
like,
this one.
It's like Luffy's X.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh,
Yes.
see, you got chopped. He wouldn't stay close to me. He was scared. He was running away.
I don't know why.
I would ask the what is it, the general that's stationed here?
He doesn't seem to be here at the moment. You'd ask around, and the officers say he's not in his office, and he's talking to the orcs at the moment.
I would
Poor
head
Mark.
to Sheila's, right? No, is it Sheila's? The shell
Perla.
Perla. That's the...
Yep.
I would head to Perla's and see if she has a gilded acorn.
As he's
Yes?
walking away, I'd point out to Roddy, "Oh, that's the guy."
Yeah, that's the guy.
Hey, guide?
Yeah, we need a
yeah,
guide.
the guy. Oh wait, we need a guy.
The guy, Spy Kids.
That's guide, mate.
Yeah, that's what I said. The guy.
Oh, the guy. Oh, fucking hell, mate.
he was talking to Rosengard.
Oh yeah,
To be fair,
the guy.
I took a
yeah.
deal with Rosengard. So did
Yeah.
Kredinar. Didn't work out so well for him though.
Wait, what? Wait, who's Kredinar?
He's great now.
Well, I thought he could be the next best thing. Have you got out of character, Clyde? Have we heard of Huggers?
Make a history
Well-
check.
Where are you from?
Yeah, actually, first of all, where's Rati
Wait.
from? No, he's Empire. No,
We
Rati is Prominence. So,
Friendly and I
Yeah,
are from
didn't
Jefftown.
Three cities.
Oh yeah,
You-
we
you
could
guys
know.
don't have
We
Huggers.
could know.
Wait, Rati, what's your history check?
We might actually know.
Where
about
Huggers went by.
14? Yeah, that's good enough. You know the reason why? Because of Huggers' feature.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm specifically
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah, you only needed a 10 or higher. Yeah, you know the like relatively it's 40% comedic relief. Hearing
He-
about this guy.
He's the bad
He's
guy.
also, but he has done some weird and like it's not nasty, but like whoa sort of shit. You know, like he took like he's part of like apparently like the newly formed and announced dragon slayers that are like going around repelling the shadow dragons from the free cities. He's part of that. Like this then before that he was like a wrestler. Like he's got like a really fucking cool backstory. Out of character. Obviously a lot of it is like not true.
I feel like there's a picture of him in a dress circulating on the down low as well.
That's
the
that needed a
Warfare ship.
higher history check.
Okay. I thought he said, well, the Kredinar, I thought he'd be the next Huggers. He was up and coming, quite sort of charismatic, you know.
Oh, wish I could have met him.
Yeah.
Guys, speaking of which,
I guess it's a good guy.
Ezekiel just appeared at the portal.
There you go. Ezekiel, you come in and you see these guys talking about some kind of minor celebrity in another region and just talking shit, it seems. And it's at this point as Ezekiel sort of joins up with the party with Zazu telling everyone how he is Kaid. You open up Perla's door, you sneeze. Well, someone must have mentioned your name. And well, there she is. What do you ask her?
I ask her if she has a gilded acorn and some, I know, like a feather, tuft of fur, fish shell.
Okay.
Sounds very
You know,
weird, but I promise I have a use for it.
Does the Gilded Acorn have any gold value?
200 GP.
She can gild you an acorn. It'll be ready by the next day.
Okay.
200 GP worth of gilding. Oh, no, actually, she says, "How about you pay me 250, and I do it an extra rush order for you. You have it within the hour."
100 silver pieces are worth 1 gold coin, right?
10, just 10.
Oh, 10?
So you're richer than you
Okay.
think.
So I will do
2,500 silver. Oh fuck.
no. I have 100 silver, but I have a 309 gold points, and my brain is not working right now.
You just need
So if I
250
did
gold.
it from that, if yeah. So I'd be left with that. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll give it to her.
Alright. You give it to her. Yeah, you're welcome. She doesn't say thank you. She says you're welcome, and then she goes to the back of her like thing, and
I
you
mean,
hear
just
her
take it
working on it.
I think her.
Yeah. It's at that point when she closes the door and is in her workshop. Everything in the store just all of a sudden you see a shimmer of magic on it.
That makes sense. Gotta protect your store. I would head out the door.
You head out the door. Eventually, you come across also the rest of these guys talking shit. Ezekiel as well. Very good timing as you'd walk by, and in the opposite direction, you'd also see the good old, very Roman, like ideal, like perfect looking Roman sort of guy, the general himself, Captain Novak, walk in, and he says, "Well, it's good to see everyone. Are we missing a bit? What are the casualties in your last incursions?"
They decided our group wasn't worth fighting for.
Well, shame on them. I do not think otherwise. Anyone worth their weight in salt and gold would have been able to defend this town and die. You guys are much more than that, and always remember it. Truth be
Thanks.
told, so were they. So I respect their opinion, I guess, but more or less, I am more biased to the people that are here because I am glad to see that you are holding up your end of the bargain, whether it be for the gold or for the justice. I don't care. Thank you for protecting in advance. Now, I've already briefed a lot of my soldiers that are supposed to be training. He says, looking at the guys with the cards, are like, "Oh, shh," and he just waves you guys like aside, like not as a shooing motion, but like excuse me for one moment sort of thing, and he like gestures. Hang on. Everyone gather around. We are going into enemy territory, and this is not something we usually do. I know most of the time we defend. This is the first time we are going on the offense. But keep in mind, we are doing this for our families, for our friends, for those that are weak, that cannot find. We afford the luxuries to the innocent. Because by the end of the day, we, the strong, will be rewarded a bit more richer. That being the case, there's a bit of a pay raise for everyone, and everyone just go, "Oh shit, yeah!" Cheers. So he explains like the whole pay raise situation of being successful in this, and with the sort of dreary mood that was going on before, everyone sort of like kind of nervous. There's no more nervousness. He sort of uplifts everyone, and everyone gets how many temporary hit points? I just used motivational speech. Hang on. Motivational leader 5e. Hang on. Inspiring leader, I mean. It's a higher version of inspiring leader. Yeah. Everyone, including himself, gets 23 temporary hit points.
Holy fuck.
The more you hear him, the more of a, you know what, you wouldn't mind being his general. It's that sort of vibe. He seems like a good man, and he turns to the rest of you and he says, "Right, I've already briefed my soldiers as to the formations, thanks to the passers-by of our lovely ladies, who will not be assisting us because they have other matters to attend to. But we have had the pleasure of having the one of the Grail sisters scout out the island with us, scan the whole island, and has recreated in a programmed illusion as to what we are going to be seeing, at least from a bird's eye perspective. And also, just as a note, please do not touch the illusion. It usually mucks things a little bit. I have done it myself on accident. Now, if you'll follow me, and you guys follow him into the barracks and into the war room.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. Let's show you guys this huge map, by the way.
Holy fuck.
Just zoom out. And he says, "This is what was locally known as Carrot Island. This was an unremarkable island, very few deciduous trees, very few wildlife except for the wild rabbits that roamed around there, and surprisingly, a small amount of fey magic has made it so that wild carrots were largely in abundance here. I guess to create the stereotype that rabbits were living there, but rabbits eat more than just carrots, of course. Jason and Rati are on -3 at the moment. Yes. So keep that in mind for attack rolls and skill checks, I believe. Not saves. Yes, saves. Just look at Raise Dead and all. Oh shit, that sucks. Well, there you go. Yeah, and the general continues and he says, largely not even a very good island for setting up some sort of any sort of operations. Our engineers have said if we decided to have built an outpost on it, the island would slowly sink. It's kind of like if you know about an IRL, like a New York or Jakarta sort of situation, where a lot of buildings were built on that, and those land masses are starting to sink. So in 20 years' time, both Jakarta in Indonesia and New York in America are actually going to be somewhat underwater. Bit scary. And he basically explains like the D&D equivalent of that happening here, which is just the same, but like with magics and whatnot. And then he would explain. And we did not think of it largely for our fault, I guess. Some sort of staging ground for any sort of pirate operations. Because we would be able to detect the ships that come even before they'd even hit this island that is just off the coast of us. And goes without saying, I guess I shot myself on the foot for not preparing for such a thing, but I guess who would be prepared for such a thing, no? I would like to have the adventurers and mercenary insight as to how would you think when you look at this map? How would you repel someone like me? Granted, I am. Just imagine you have a captain who is almost as strong as I am, but not quite. Whoever this pirate captain is, unless it is the Pirate King himself, I can take him on. So,
if I may, are the boats cannon? This is player to DM. Is the boats cannon?
Actually,
yeah. They are there on the illusion. So at the time of the scan, they were there.
Okay, so this is Kite speaking now. If I were the pirate captain, I would have, first of all, the boats going in rotation around the island or stationed around the island to fend off from any sea attacks. I would have scouts towards the middle and the four quarters of the island to scout beyond the boats for like aerial attacks, and also to like see if somebody's scourging from under the boats from the sea. So, and then also the camps around would have the mercenaries or scouts that they would have acquired towards the end of the camp so they can play in rotation. So essentially it's a 24-hour watch.
He nods. He leans onto like the war table, not too close to the illusion, but leaning into it, and then he says, "Somebody had mentioned, you had mentioned underwater scouting. How would you manage something like that?"
is he right beside me? Is he talking to me?
He's talking to you guys in general, but he's mostly talking to Kaid since he was the one that spoke up first.
Okay.
I am
You can interject if you want.
I'm able to cast water breathing, a water breathing spell for me and a couple of my allies, and I feel that my stealth would prove enough in most cases. But now that I see how this is structured, I don't see how the stealth would be of any use if we have nothing to cover behind.
General, may I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna go up to attempt to whisper to him.
Yeah, he lets you.
My companion mentioned seeing a scrying orb.
He jolts from that. Really?
Yes. I've got suggestions as well, but I don't know whether or not we bring it up or not.
Well, in that case, I have a few more suggestions, I guess. But if you'll allow me, and he waves his hand, and he just funny thing about the spell magic, I think he just has to know it's there. Correct?
It's an
You don't
area,
actually have to
yeah.
see it. Choose any creature, object, or magical effect within
Effect.
range. He doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to see it. So he, General Nova, casts the spell magic.
I'll look up.
After all, hang on. He only has a 3rd level. Sag. He's a bit more fiery than Casty, but he can do it. Empire Knight Captain.
With Dispel, when you cast it, do you know if you've dispelled or not?
You'd probably
Yeah.
know when it fails, but like
yeah,
Yeah,
the,
that's
if,
right.
it's a
if the spell
magical
goes
effect or
through,
not,
whether or not
then
it works is you probably.
you know, I believe you only know it goes through. So he has to actually confirm from someone whether or not it's failed. Good question. Yeah.
Because I was thinking, if you're contesting something like it's a battle of will, and would you
Yes.
be aware you've won or not?
Not for the spell magic.
Okay.
The spell magic and counter spell is less will and like an similar to like an evocation, an abjuration. It is like an outward sort of it's like Hunter Nen. It's like emitting.
Yeah. Sent and done, not active.
Correct. Yes. 16. He has advantage because no spoilers. Yeah. 16. 15 was enough. He looks up and he says, "So are we the suggestion has just come to me. Are we clear of it? May we resume?
I'll look up.
It's not there. It is gone."
Seems like it's gone, mate.
Yes. He nods. And then he crosses his arms. Well, that pertains to a lot of what I was going to talk about. But let's get on with the what ifs for now. I like to be prepared, even though I do not have much resources in my arsenal, including water breathing, water walking, and underwater walking, if that's a thing. I'd like to at least be prepared for my men so that we may storm in the correct sort of conditions.
If I may, once again, if we were to launch an attack on the frontal side of the island and distract most of the forces, I believe if we take their captain, these are pirates we're talking about, they won't be as loyal as so to lay down their life after their captain captured or defeated.
That is the case, yes. And it has been confirmed with one of the Grail sisters themselves that there is a lot of life forms on the island, and it is mostly captives. It seems they are unwilling to teleport them the same way. Either that, or the teleportation went into this island and was not too far. That explains the sort of permanence teleportation that was not quite permanent, but there for a bit. It seems limited.
How
we
long
were
do we have until we are to take off to the Pirates Island?
9 hours.
Okay. If you would permit me, I would like to see if I can go and look at this teleportation circle. I may be able to, with some help, at least replicate it.
We already investigated it. Thank you for offering, though. I am confident in our highest mage's ability to investigate such a thing. They have figured out and have done a bit of tracing that, although they cannot trace the magic itself to where it could go, the distance itself is very limited. We get the sense that these transportations were going into this island, and from this island into the ships, and then they sail off under the guise of whatever invisibility is cloaking them. That is priority information, number one, that you should know about. That being the case, this should be a shock attack. This should be an attack in which they know we are coming, but they do not know when we are coming. And that being the case, we should take, indeed, their leader by surprise. I'm not sure how best to do that. I'm not sure how to immediately get my men over there, but I'm pretty sure you guys have your own ways, teleportation, that sort of deal.
The
I'll have
caster
to-
is currently busy, but they might be able to lend a hand.
Of course. Okay. I wish they lent me a bunch of their wizards as well, but the Empire is very low economy when it comes to defending our outskirts. They think force is enough.
I think if I was a pirate, well, being a pirate does not hold land, they hold the ships. And if I was facing assault, I'd be immediately boarding the ships and using the ships to fire upon the island or fleeing. I think for our strategic win, we needed to disable the ships as soon as possible.
So you're saying if we commit to this shock attack, it might bite us.
Pirate is a transient lifestyle. Anything they have that's worth keeping will be on the ships.
Fair point. I'll take note of this. Second major point of order. We have detected and figured out as well, alongside a bit of messaging your Lady Rosengard, that with the descriptions she has given, as well as the matching of the descriptions that has been archived for a while, we are up against a captain, so to speak, a specific captain called Roy Narwhal. Seems to have no sort of indication that he is related to, nor does he use narwhals. But Roy is a bit of a duelist. Very good in a scenario in which he can isolate people. Extremely potent in when working with his men, it seems. I know of the strength of your lady, and it seems he has bested her. But of course, he had the might of his own fleet right there helping him. So, of course, that being the case, besting someone like that, better watch out for them. If you get them into a situation in which you can perhaps isolate him yourself, that would be most ideal. So that brings me to a discussion of the major point number 2. Do you have any sort of means and ways in which to utilize isolation, quick attacks, mobilization, mobility spells? Because if so, I may be personally joining you myself. For of course
When you
I
say
am
mobility, is this personal mobility or mobility for a group?
whatever you can think of that may pertain and help to this invasion.
Well, I have a bunch of disabling or ensnaring attacks where I can restrain one's movements, or attempt to at least, and I'm pretty fast. I also can fly.
All right.
I can long strider a couple of us.
I have long strider for myself.
All right.
I can
Okay.
fly and teleport short distance.
Mate, since when? What the fuck?
Yeah, don't worry about it, mate.
Mate.
So everyone here can move themselves very quickly. So it seems I might not be going with you after all, and I might be joining the main body instead in perhaps the securement of a lot of these ships.
If
Now,
we can take away the threat of being under fire from their ships on the island, I feel like most of the threat would be gone, and your men can start sieging to free the captives. That's a possibility.
it is our main prerogative, our priority, so to speak, to save as much of the captives as possible. But of course, I told you this a while back, no?
If we,
I want,
Yes.
I want them, I want them imprisoned. I want them
if we,
to be tried for and them to be executed upon tried.
if
I
we
also thought
break
you
the oars,
said
break
that
the masts,
didn't
that
care either way.
cripple.
Don't try too hard.
Of course, you. Well, I will not tell you how to fight, but I guess you just leave the arresting to me. If you need to kill, kill. If you can help yourself, there may be a little bit of extra in it for you. Brought to me alive. Of course, don't hear that from me. Just let's say a bit of a extra incentive, just in case my favorite mercenaries felt that it was too light on their pockets.
Hmm.
Do you perhaps think you'd be able to convince one of those Grail mages to share the shatter spell with me? Be useful to break some masts.
Yeah, the closest institution here, my friend, is in Calder's Reach. I have clerics going from there. I'm pretty sure I can commission a bunch of scrolls. Coming in. So you need shatter.
Shatter would be appreciated, yes.
Done and done. Although I don't think you can copy it within the hour, can you?
Well, it's of the second tier, I believe, if I work quickly.
How long's the ship ride?
The ship ride is around 30 minutes off the coast. Going in from one of our galleons, it's around 40 minutes, but we would be going in the in our sloops under the cover of nighttime. We will be not utilizing any sort of cloaking magic, but we will be using the fog.
I was gonna ask people in our group, Bandor, Jason, Rati, anybody, do you want to go underwater to try to siege from a different point? To try to get to the captain sooner?
I am not particularly interested in going underwater.
That's completely fine. I'm just asking as a route, as a possibility that we can come and
Yeah,
avoid having to do the ship fights and just go straight for the captain.
yeah, makes sense. Not my kind of thing though. Any like knock on the half plate that he's wearing.
I think you have a bit of a good nose for this. I think your name was Kite. Yes.
I'm really only trying to step into the shoes that my mother would. I would observe her and how she would take battle tactics, and I'm trying to think where her head would be at.
Your mother, your mama general.
Something like that.
Impressive. Well, good to know I have tacticians around here, somewhat as well.
General, were the ships moving?
Not during this scan, no. And even if they were, they would be well over the. It is an illusion, but I'm pretty sure they can make the illusions move. That being the case, assume that the ships will be not always in the same positions, but I doubt it. I mean, how badly do you want to be parking your ship all the time? Unless they have it rolling.
A devious suggestion if my friend Kide here is willing to go underwater.
Allow me to interject and add on to this. I actually much prefer if there was a separate group. Let's say a bunch of the mercenaries such as you that went underwater and went straight for this leader. Yes, I like this idea. Are you confident in? Well, let's just get this clear. Are you guys confident in being able to take me out, right here, right now? Do you think you can do it? And to anyone that's interested, make an insight check.
Okay.
As in, is he threatening or not?
23.
Yes. But before hours copy time, fuck yeah, it wouldn't be a thing. Then again, nerf 3.
By the way, inside advantage from.
I guess. I mean,
Gotcha.
if he's threatening, I'd instantly know from sword. But like, if he's serious, I would say.
He's not threatening. So the sword wouldn't give off anything.
Yeah.
Ezekiel, Bandor, and Clyde. He's when he suggested this, and he immediately put himself like as he was on guard. It's not like he's dropping his guard, but he looks like he knows exactly what to do. And in terms of just close range combat, since Bandor and Clyde, since both of you are fighters, you would know this is currently a terrible placement for you guys to fight him. You guys can take this guy on, it seems, but not right now. He has an immense advantage, all of you being this close.
Mhm.
And I would speak up. In the current state of being where we are right now, no.
My brother probably could.
Oh, really?
Nice.
He-
That's too legit.
He
I
took
assume
on
that-
Solar.
Oh, really?
I
Yep.
assume from where you are and how you're standing, just the way you carry yourself, you're not a fighter to be wanting to be close to.
Good eyes. Good eyes for the lot of you, of course.
With all due respect, General, I believe that magical darkness, would be a problem for you, and it is not for me.
Yeah, very much so. But don't let that information circulate around, eh?
Of course.
That being
Why
the
not?
case,
He would
You
like
just-
sort of just be thinking about it.
Just also for posterity's sake, I wanted to say this. My bow of warning is now strapped around me, as you know, an archer would carry a bow.
okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he folds his arms and he says, "Then very good insight. This will be your key into figuring out whether or not you need to retreat the moment you see this captain, or go in for the kill. Of course, value your life amongst all else, and then value the prisoners, and afterwards you can worry about the enemy. You are not part of my army, so you do not need to follow this, but I do not appreciate heroics. Let's just say I am a very pragmatic and logical sort of person when it comes to dealing with fights like this, and I will act as such. That being the case, I think you guys are fine the way you are. Then, if you can quickly figure out how I am with just a glance and maybe a bit of a stare. I don't know. Maybe keep this guy talking. Maybe I don't know what pirates like to do. Offer some rum, distract him until some reinforcements come arriving, or prevent him from just going anywhere for a bit, because there is still a chance for this man to be capable of very long range teleports if he specializes in such magics.
That would be unfortunate.
Oh,
It would.
There's also one more thing. Does the captain have anybody that he would like see as his first hand or his right hand, or do you
Yes,
have that type of
actually.
information?
Indeed.
Okay.
He had already killed him.
Well, that
Hmm.
makes it easier.
It does.
Indeed.
Wait.
Yeah, you guys already.
Wait. Is
Yeah,
it the
killed him.
person with the wings of mother that we killed?
Yeah.
Wait, do I? Oh wait, can I remember what they look like? I have a 300 IQ thing. I think maybe.
Yeah, you do.
I remember what they look like
Hmm.
and sound like.
You do.
So I'd bring this to the attention. Do you remember how last time I copied how you looked and talked?
Right?
I remember distinctly how the first mate looked and talked, and I also have one of their items that only they would have.
Oh, a bit of deception, huh? Of course, might be not too easily believed if you're not very good at it, because according to them, they'll probably be suspicious of someone that has come back to the dead after maybe 5 days.
But do they necessarily know they're dead? Might have been held
I
captive.
think
killed?
if they are someone that important that could ride on a purple worm, probably. They probably haven't heard back from someone like that. If one of my lieutenants was missing for a day, I'd either have them fired or flogged or marked as killed in action.
It might still be good for some shock factor, though. I'm gonna.
I agree. If you are very good at this deception, sure, give it a try.
I'm gonna shift into the form now, because I until I like choose otherwise, I'm gonna shift into the form. And
Perhaps you need to wear something identifying if you're going to do that, so we don't shoot you.
this should be enough, and I would untuck my sigil of shit. Why did no, it's not like novels. I keep on mixing them up, and now I can't
Rahal?
remember the name.
Rahal,
Rahal,
yeah.
yes, Rahal, and then it has my runes around the necklace with it. I'll wear this out, so try to see this as an identifying factor.
Perhaps a coloured sash around a leg or something, because if you're running to the side, well, some of us don't see so well. Hey, Jason.
Well, my clothes didn't change. My clothes didn't change. Only my appearance did.
Mate, I can see, right?
Yeah, but my appearance didn't change, or my clothes didn't change. Just my appearance.
True, but the rest of the soldiers don't know you like we know you.
Yeah.
True.
I tend to agree with that, and a lot of my people are pretty good crack shots. If I may say so myself.
Do you have a piece of cloth that I could tie around? Just something I could tie around my arm.
General, you said that the crack shots. Are they familiar with these Empire weapons? Is it prominence weapons?
They are actually. We have firepower of our own. We have rifles. We're not completely backwards.
Something to lend you, and I want it back. But my current capabilities is choose the sword or choose the gun. And I'll unhitch the Hades sniper rifle.
She just looks at it and goes, "Well, if it isn't one of the pirate weapons, is it not?"
No, this is from another land. It hurts a lot.
Imagine a sword and a gun in one.
I know.
That'd be crazy. They got those drow have those bows.
Oh,
That
the
would be
drow have
something.
their blade bows. We can affix bayonets to our muskets.
Yeah, but
I was
imagine
gonna say,
like a sword with a shooting mechanism. That'd be
You mean
cool.
like a?
So
you mean like a
basically,
gun?
Ezra's lightsaber from.
You mean like a gun blade?
No, I was thinking more like a shooting sword.
A sword
A
that
shooting-
shoots out its
Shooting
blade.
sword that shoots swords.
Mate, just
Maybe
throw this
something
fucking
that'll
sword,
be-
mate.
Maybe something that will be thought up by prominent engineers in their most final of fantasies. But, alas.
Final Fantasy.
Perhaps.
I think I have 20 bullets for a Clyde.
20 bullets. Takes a look at it, inspects it. looks at each one of you, and he reads you guys very quickly, and then he just says, "Why not just give this to your bowman?"
Oh, I'm not well versed in firearms. Enough to shoot one, enough to point one, not enough to handle such
Proficient.
weaponry as this.
I see. Well then, let me get one of my lieutenants. If you'll excuse me. 2 minutes. 2 minutes pass, and eventually, that same lieutenant that you talked to before comes back, and he's like, "Oh, it's you guys. Oh, General, what do you need?" And he looks at the gun. And he goes, "Holy mother of it's a prominent make. Oh, it's just one of the royal guards. It's a Hades model. Look at the." And he just like starts just like looking at it. And he goes, "I guess that answers a lot of questions. Are we fine with this?" He says, looking at everyone.
I am Ifratia.
Yep. Sound good, mate.
Great, Sheldon, you're now part of the mercenary group. Congratulations. And he goes, "Huh? Me? I would be honored and excuse me." He just says, he goes, just be quiet and hang back in a bit. Let explore the gun. I'm pretty sure you and the gun have a lot to talk about." And he goes, "Yeah, oh, don't you? Yeah, that's true." And
I would
takes a back seat.
reach my hand out to shake his hand and welcome to the team kind of thing.
He goes, "Yeah, of course." High five. And he goes back to inspecting.
You said his name was
Sheldon.
Sheldon. Yep.
Kite, you said you can cast water. Was it breathing or walking?
water breathing.
Ah, excellent. How strong are you?
Huh? Is this in terms of mental, physical, spellcasting strength, or what am
Well,
I?
both. But like, if you were going to carry a lot of heavy shit, how much could you carry?
Would say around. I could probably push around 300 pounds or so. So like a small carriage.
Underwater, there would be quite a bit of chain, would it not?
Quite
That
a
would be
bit of-
immensely more difficult.
So
But
what,
I do
what
believe we
I'm
can still
thinking
do it.
is,
Slow.
we get some barrels, we seal them, we wrap them with chains so the buoyancy is a little bit better, and we can drag them.
For
For what purpose?
You see, well, don't hold it against me, but sometimes when you need a ship to leave, and the authorities don't want the ship to leave, if you attach large amounts of chain to the anchor and re-anchor it, it makes the ship rather hard to move.
well, does my giant smite make it like easier for me to carry the?
Oh hell
like,
yeah!
drag-
Yes.
Okay,
Very
I
much so.
could I could enlarge in myself to carry these, and I believe I'll be able to make it there and do the whole thing.
I can
How
come
many
with
barrels
you.
are you
Yeah.
thinking?
Well, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships that we know of.
I do believe the galleons might not be weighed down so easily. And to speak onto the point, if you find the captain's galleon, I believe it would be magically enchanted, so it might
not so
ignore such things.
Not
What's
so much
stopping
weighed
us from
down, you
filling
see.
barrels with gunpowder and exploding them?
No, because they might have the captors on board. But if we use the chain to tie the anchor physically to the rock, it doesn't matter if it's weighed down or not. They're still anchored by their own anchor. They can't pull it up, and it'll be very difficult to cut.
I like your thinking. Were you a smuggler at one point?
How dare you accuse me of such things?
It was more of a compliment, but I apologize.
Oh,
Of
in that
Definitely
case, I'll
was
take it.
smuggler.
Yes, I will have you just arrested after everything is done. He says jokingly. Or is he? But he says
Roll to see
anyway.
if you pick it up.
Make an inside check. Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, and he says, anywho, I believe that would be quite a bit of the major point number 2 sort of concluded. Unless is there any final remarks? Any sort of changes to how you're going to approach this, Captain? From what I've gathered so far, is you're going to be with us on the ship, but just 1 hour, maybe sorry, not 1 hour, maybe 2 minutes out before the fog lifts on our ships. We drop you into the sea and you make it post haste and do this sabotaging.
Sounds like a
Yes.
plan.
Regarding
Okay.
the barrels, how many barrels and how many ships are we weighing down? Are we just focusing on the big ships? Or are we focusing on every ship?
That's a question for me to answer. Actually, to ask actually. How many barrels do you need per ship?
How heavy are the
You see,
barrels?
I was thinking the barrel was
Ezekiel
more
wants to chime in.
displacement.
Yes.
If
Yes,
they're
Ezekiel.
close enough and he's strong enough, why doesn't he just link the anchors together?
That's that's assuming the ships would be close together in the first place. But of course,
Well,
that is also good
Are
thinking.
we striking at low tide or high tide?
Coming in through to the timing in which we attack, we are striking at high tide.
Okay, so the anchors will be at their longest stretch. So yeah,
Correct.
that doesn't help.
Indeed, and just on this map, every ship will probably not be where they are. Out of
Too
character,
bad
I
we
can
can't
actually move
just
the
cut all
ships.
the anchors. Too bad we can't just cut the anchors and then use like a gust of wind to blow them away.
What are you doing? Sending the pirates off on a farewell? No, of course we
No,
want to burn.
more so of blowing them towards the island so we can take we can
Oh,
trap them.
well, if you have a mighty strong affinity with the wind, please do so.
Unfortunately,
You can also
I am
do one
not
ship
that
at a
versed in
time.
it.
That's what I was thinking you guys would be doing. What signal should I be looking for when the sabotage is complete to attack? Because I will be focusing my men to be attacking the ships, and me personally, I will storm the island. Is there any tactical errors that you see from this? And you see now, he's like a general asking that. Must either be either nervous or extremely humble.
I'm gonna take the latter thing. I would say there is a signal you can look for. A small ray of lightning you'll see hit the island.
Hit the island?
It would hit the island. I will have a small streak of blue lightning will hit the island.
Not shoot out of the island or into, but hit the island.
It would hit the island. It would come down from the sky and hit the island.
Coming. I see. I thought you were from the sea hitting the island. That would be very hard to see. But if
No,
it's if it is from the sky, good. Okay.
Yeah, when we
will-
are you asking for if we have the captain captive, or are you asking?
This is to begin the charge. Of course, you guys will be there
Okay.
first. If there is no
Yeah.
signal and we do manage to see fighting, we will commence the attack nonetheless. However, if you think there is a right time and there is no fighting yet, you want us to engage first, of course, give the signal.
It would be either one of two things: the small streak of lightning, or I'll glint some light towards the boats. You should be able to see that through the fog.
Perhaps the lightning.
They won't
Just
be able
me.
to tell where I cast it from, so it won't give away our position. I promise you guys.
Even better. But that's fine. A shock attack is a shock attack. If they know our positions, woe would to be upon them. They're already dead. But of course,
We're saying for the close team going after the captain.
yes. I see. Okay. So I just needed to. I need to confirm this because I will be briefing my men to looking for a lightning strike. Yeah. Yes. All right. Okay.
Player to DM really quickly, right? I was planning on using which boat for that, but would guiding light be the same for flavor?
No. Which boat would be a very short range too? You might want to like retcon a bit of that and say it's coming from the island going up instead of from the clouds going down, unless you're shooting downwards.
Yeah, because I
Unless
was
you're
just
flying
saying that.
high and shooting downwards.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I'll say that it'll shoot up into the air, and I'll just like
Are
I'll
we
do a flaming
attacking?
arrow into the air. I would retcon that and say flaming
Okay.
arrow there.
Flaming
An
arrow?
alternative, if that's the case.
Because are we attacking from the boats or from the island?
We are going to be on the island.
Okay.
From my understanding so far,
Mhm.
your shock team will be coming in from underwater after sabotaging into the island, and then we commence the attack from there. My men will be attacking from the ships into their ships to disable them as fast as possible, as well as to secure the ships so that they may not shoot into the island.
Okay. I'll do the signal.
Oh, what should we be looking for?
You'll know it when you see it.
I would like some specifics just to let my men know. Some of them are not very smart, or is it very bright?
It'll be very bright.
I'll
Golden flames.
take it. Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Let's be
I
friends
guess I won't ask anymore.
forever.
The signal is so far we have. I've told you what my men and I will be doing. You know what you seem to be doing. This is going splendidly. We have a signal for when to hit the fan with the shit. But do you have a signal for when shit hits the fan, and not in the good way?
I'll literally fly into the air, and I will scream as loud as I can. You would hear me like a foghorn, and I promise you that.
He smiles. You haven't seen him smile yet, but he does. He looks at you incredulously, and he goes, "I make sure to scream out for the motherland, for the empire. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
good man.
For Wild Wolf.
For Wild Wolf.
For Wild Wolf.
Right. Well, good luck. Major point of order number 3. Discrepancies. We have. There is a bit of concern. Like I said, our best of our magicians has scanned the island, has done the detecting for us, and has specified these locations to be rife with all sorts of magic. But magic she cannot tell what is. So, she has concluded that these magics were affected by the spell called Nistul's Magic Aura, able to be
That
masked,
spell.
able to be hidden. I guess you do. I do not like this spell. There has been detected instances of hidden arrangement of spells in some certain area, and a large detected magical aura surrounding a humanoid figure. We reckon that could be the captain, and the captain was last scanned here, of course. Red square. The magical discrepancies that were seen were pink squares.
Anyone see a red square?
Yeah, right here.
Oh,
let
the
me-
team. Yeah, okay, now. I was too far out.
Okay.
Well, I would say that these could be where the people are being held captive, but also could be people of interest. So we'll keep an eye out for that.
Or hidden treasure or traps. Be careful.
Or a nest of vampires.
So my what's
That
so
is
my
a terrifying
my,
thought. He
my,
says that
my
with
initial
seriousness,
thought
thinking about
for
it.
this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Or sorry, I don't. So basically, this over here, and then we make our way.
Are you
like-
writing? I can't see it.
No, I'm doing the tap
pinging.
circle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So starting from this circle, going. Oh wait, that's a better idea. Thank you for whoever did that. So this, like going here to these, to try to find out, or like do the anchors for those, right? And then we do this and come up around this area here.
Yep.
And then make our way into try to find where the captain is by using cover and whatnot. As soon as they begin the siege, we head onto shore and head in the captain's thing. That's my idea or interpretation of what was said, at least.
It seems like a standard way of going about it. Of course, you decide in which ships you will decide, I guess, to attack.
How many ships are we able to attack? That's my question. Is how many barrels do we have? How much? do we
Well,
have?
I believe I haven't been answered yet. How many barrels do you need per ship?
See, I think you misunderstood the statement. The barrels were just made to make the chain lighter.
I don't need
If we
them to
screw
be
the chain
lighter.
into the bedrock, it doesn't really matter if they try and pull or not. They're stuck.
Oh, so you want us to like take a chain and like what's it called? Nail them into the bedrock tied to the ship's.
Yeah, essentially the barrels were just like if you fill it with air, then wrap a chain around it, then increase the buoyancy of the chain, so we can carry a shit ton of it. Just so like we
Oh.
can attach to the anchor and then.
I think that'd make it harder for the chains rather than easier. And I'm pretty sure. Am I efficient quiver? Could I like technically? Nah, the chains would be too big.
It's more to find. So we've got like if you have an anchor and it's just sitting on rock, it'll be caught a little bit. But if you can add extra chain, you can wrap around the rock or go into it or drill into it.
Yeah, but how would we nail into the what's it called? We're underwater. I'd have to have a shit ton of force to do that.
You could use thermal cracking or a bunch of other things. You don't need to actually nail into it. You just need to have like
Hi, my name is a shit ton of force.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you've also got that. He points towards them all.
All right.
Or
well,
high,
as long as we
shit
have
ton of
giant
weight.
nails or some shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'll
guess,
carry the
yeah,
chains.
just-
Don't worry about the chains, and we don't need the barrels. I'll worry about the chain. I'll be able to carry them.
I gathered from the conversation. And that concludes the major point of order number 3. That was more of just a warning, and that's just a. You can see in the island, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't shift the tents. They're pirates, not interior designers. So, of course, that concludes the water situation. Any questions? Any remarks?
Do you mind if my son goes with you, or at least
Sign a what? Sorry.
my son? He should be around here somewhere.
Your son?
Yeah, he's a rather tall chap, probably about 8 to 10 foot tall, glowing wings, machine.
Oh shit!
Excuse me. I have not seen such a. What?
It's a warforge.
Yeah, the last thing you asked me what I wanted to do with Basu was before I said get ready to fuck up some pirates. I don't know if he's arrived yet.
Friare has let you know that Batu has reached the location, but it seems these guys don't know.
I see. Can I pull on the soul connection and see if I can find where he is?
You focus on a bit, and you hear, Father, you have arrived. What are your orders?
Indeed. Please join us in the command tent, which is directions.
I see. Moments later, you hear, "Attack! Attack! It's a warforge! The pirates have a warforge!" And the general just says, "Ah, shit. I think he just opens the window. Stand down, men. Just stand."
I see what you mean about your mean.
He says, nodding, and he says points a finger at you. Does the
Finger guns.
no, not the finger guns. Just points a finger and does the. He's like a grandpa about to tell you and make a point of something, just pointing the finger, but then thinks back on it and goes, This will be a great asset. As he just quickly figures out what what it's meant to do here.
Can you see the family resemblance?
I cannot. Was that a joke? What
Family
are
doesn't
you?
joke about family.
I believe you. Well, I for now wish I had fed growth formulas to my son, but at the same time, I don't think I want him have glowing wings. That is a very impressive sort of creation. Well, but I guess everyone in prominence is rich. I guess.
Um,
How big is Batu?
this is a player question. Would I technically
Huge
be the
size.
midwife in this situation? Of the birthing of Batu going into
Yes, technically. Everyone here is a midwife at some point, except for the two brothers. But yeah, he just says, that puts things into perspective. Can it go underwater? You actually have no idea. You haven't tried.
Yeah.
Would Batu know?
Batu, have you tried swimming while you've been here?
Father, I have not tried.
I guess it's something we should find out now rather than later. Let's go for a swim.
Yes. Let us spend a day at the beach, father.
Or at least
flies off.
5 hours.
Impromptu beach episode.
Yeah. And one impromptu beach episode later, Batu can, in fact, with great difficulty, swim. It is very difficult for him to move under the water.
Perhaps he assists from the ship.
Do you want
In
him
fact-
with you, or the? Do you want him with you, or my body of men?
Captain, how are you getting onto the island, if you don't mind me asking?
Captain, are you asking the general or the?
Oh, sorry,
officer?
General. Yeah.
The same way you will be going. But I am thinking now, what would be the least amount of tactical errors as well as death on my side? It might be better for me to be with the main body of my groups to give them orders, but at the same time, I want to secure this pirate captain alongside
How-
you guys.
How
Do you have
about
a
my son
trebuchet or
here
catapult?
sticks with you and delivers you to them when we find him?
Perfect. He looks up at Batu. Looks up at you. And then looks down at you. I see the striking sort of a metallic and steel balls. Sort of a resemblance. Yes.
How
Did
heavy
you
is
weigh me
Batu?
down?
Out of character.
Fucking like I haven't written that down, but like what you'd imagine like a 15-foot Gundam to be.
Okay,
weighed.
so fucking heaps.
Yeah, just fucking
Yeah,
heaps. At least 3 tons.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's why water no go.
Mhm.
Batu can fly, but yeah, that's not too fast. I believe you have the sheet for him. Yeah, the fly speed is there, 30, right?
I haven't looked for a while, sorry.
It's been a while, yeah. It's been a while.
Okay, now I've got the old one. He's got 10 health, 6 strength. It's the child version.
It should be in enemies. No, it's not. Oh fuck! Yeah, I never gave you that.
So, real quick question: does anybody have Pass Without a Trace?
I do, and you would have seen me cast it. But you can, if you ask in character, I'll let you know.
Yeah, no, I was
Yeah.
asking. A
I
question.
thought I
did
gave
too.
you.
Me
Okay.
too.
Okay, so I would ask Rati, how many people can you cast that on?
As many that is close.
Okay.
They need to be within a certain distance upon casting. And they
As
keep
soon as we're about to board, or go into the area that are going to the island, I need you to cast that as soon as after we give the signal. I need you to cast that so we can get to the island without alerting too many people.
Stealth isn't exactly my strong suit.
Don't worry, friend. This will help you.
Yeah, but
And they're probably going to struggle to see us underwater. And by the time we get to above water, well, shit's going to hit the fan anyway.
okay.
Yeah, pass it out of trace is more so for me at the beginning, so I can get into a position where it's optimal to stop the captain from either fleeing or taking isolated fights, as the general has so to speak. He is good at those.
Sure.
Don't. I thought all this time I had already duplicated that one. There you go. You should have access to it, and I'll drag it on the same place as you. There you go.
I see it.
Have a look. Fly speed should be 30.
That is much more impressive than the previous mission.
No, the golden engine was a very stout sort of or for a fucking Gundam stout sort of and simple design. It is meant to be a frontline fighter that can withstand a lot of spells as well as just a lot of punishment.
Makes sense.
It has its own. Yeah, what's that? Sorry.
Or are you keeping it secret? You were picking out a cleric line for it to level into?
That comes into play whenever he's in the field, and I take reins on that.
Cool.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think we got most of this stuff squared away. We just have to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Once we get onto the island, our highest priority is finding the captain, finding out where he is, and detaining him from giving any orders, aka fighting anybody on one-on-one fights. We disable the ships beforehand and try to free the civilians that is captured on the island. Sounds good?
I think secondary objective maybe disrupt the teleportation circle.
I don't
If
believe the
that is-
teleportation circle is active, but if there is one, that's a given.
How important
Smash.
are these people we're saving, or are they just civilians?
He looks slightly offended, just briefly.
Just
Not-
civilians?
Yes.
But he knows your meaning. And he says,
Like there's no
Uh,
princess.
"Quarter."
Or...
Oh well, not that I know of. But if you still happen to save a prince of Nigeria, let me know.
We'll save as many as we
Just
can.
Nigeria to speak of.
Of course, you'll save as many as you can. I'm banking on that, quite literally. But at the same time, if you want to know the fighting importance, a quarter of them were my men, good men, men that were tasked to defend the southern bits of the town and were ambushed.
Is
And
there
what-
any we should look for that could lend a hand to prioritize rescuing?
I was not
Is-
there. Sheldon, and he says, and Sheldon's like listening, and he's like, from what I understand, Captain, Crab could help. He was taken. He was one of the. He was a lieutenant with the rear guard, but I'm not sure what they do to someone like him. Hell, and he goes, nope, no more assumptions. Find tertiary objective. Find this lieutenant. Yes, his name is Crab. No last name. He's a very good man, very loyal. Good with a spear. Just chuck him one and watch him go to work.
I guess we should take a spear with us then. Do you have any spear?
I can have that provided. Pretty sure he has a. I'll be right back. 2 minutes later, he just comes back with like a spear and very pretty well designed, gilded even. And he goes, "I just took it from his room. You should probably recognize it."
Two more people would suffice to my maximum of water breathing.
Then, what kind of people are you looking for?
I would like a caster, and Mm, a caster and somebody who's good with people. I'm going to prioritize them saving civilians over everything.
Kai, don't include me in your count. Rocks do not breathe. Need to worry about breathing underwater.
Well,
He
okay,
just
then 3
taps
more
the
people.
stone arm.
Well, we have a few war mages under my employ, but they are at best studies. They will not be too helpful, but I believe one of them has just recently reached the accolade of third tier spells. So I will send that one alongside you.
Any casting that deals with deterring people would be much appreciated.
You can do you can interrogate him when I send him to you, of course. If you do not find him sufficient, just send him back to me. I'll have him reprimanded. And I'm kidding. I'll deal with. I'll deal with it. Someone that could be very good with people. I know just a person. Very good person.
And then
Jokester.
somebody who can
Everyone
take
likes
a hit at the.
Any of our, I guess any of our lieutenants will do. I'll pick you. I'll pick you my finest 3 for that. And he leaves.
If the caster could have Arcane
doesn't
Lock,
actually.
that would make things easier for our chain endeavor.
Arcane Lock. I don't know of it off the top of my head, but are you looking to? Well, let's
A knock. Knock would be nice too. Sorry.
Oh,
Go
well,
ahead.
yeah, no, it's fine. Let's the common doesn't come to me easily. Let's pray they have that sort of arsenal. And roll a d20 for me.
Who?
Don't.
Hey,
Sweet. So
better than my usual D20s.
I'll decide. Yeah, sure. Okay. This guy comes along and he just he looks sallow. He looks like he hasn't eaten in days. He looks depressing, and he is in the Empire War Mage robes. Very like he looks completely out of his depth. Like he's got a medal, and he's got like these robes, and he doesn't look the part at all. But he is an Empire War Mage, and he says, "Hi, I'm Veritas."
I would offer my hand to him.
He looks at it, looks at you. All right, sure.
Strike
Okay.
us a pose, mate. And I would bend over and do a pose.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, I'll pose as well. Yeah,
Persuasion
mate.
check with advantage. Sure, you have advantage. 16.
Hey,
He looks at you, looks at the hand. He cracks a smile. It's creepy as hell. And he just looks at you and he does double peace signs. Hey.
Hey,
that's
we all
fine.
got to start somewhere.
I
the
I
good
wanted
bloke.
to ask you, as a mage, what do you feel are your greatest strengths and your greatest weaknesses, other than typical mage?
Hey, General, can I be reassigned? They look exhausting. The General says, no. Deal
I
with it.
vaguely sense an anime character that I remember like this from
No, I'm
guy,
just...
like the no longer allowed in another world. He reminds me.
Not quite like that. He's more like Eeyore.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, my specialties. Look, I'm slow, but it just means I can take the rest of the other people and match them to my pace. As he like twinkles like a bit of his like fingers a bit, and you watch as he just a spellbook appears, and he lays it down on the table, and he says, "They are trusted, right, General?" And he says, "Of course." He goes, "Yep, there you go." Flip through him. He can do slow. Which is pretty good. He does not have arcane lock. However, due to his spell set, you're not sure how useful this is. He has a spell called Immovable Object.
Useful.
I mean, he's slow, so he can make something match his pace. Immovable Object as well. He's also
What
got
else? Yeah.
standard War Mage sort of ideals, so no Fireball, surprising enough, but he has Lightning Bolt.
That's more than helpful.
And for the second level spells, he has Blur, Mirror Image, and what looks to be Immovable Object. And for the first level spells, he has Magic Missile, Sleep,
Sleep, let's go.
and Shield.
That's baller. I like this guy. I would like ask anybody else if they wanted to look through the spell book at all.
Look, it's for you to look at, and I can just and it just disappears again.
I'm gonna look at him and say, "God ink."
Not the kind that you would be looking for, friend. I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, I've got some, and I think you should pick up Absorb Elements, Snare, Earthbind, Fog Cloud.
Fucking study.
Start writing.
Yeah, you're right. I don't have ink for you, but I have ink for me. Sure, fuck it. He just starts writing.
I'll click and
like-
pull out my spellbook and point them pages.
Yeah, and as you do so, he like occasionally goes, "Yeah, you wanna take a look at? Do you know how to use these? This one's a bit of time magic. It's a rare spell, so wasn't sure if you're interested in it. He's offering you to. You can learn Immovable Object if you want.
What level is that?
Level 2. Let me look it up. It is a different spell book. Immovable Object. Okay, there's some limitations. So
What's the limitations?
1,000 pounds?
second level transmutation, Dunamancy, from Matthew Mercer's ones. You touch an object that weighs no more than 10 pounds and cause it to become magically fixed in place. You and the creatures you designate when you cast a spell can move the object normally. You can also set a password. That, when stricken within 5 feet of the object, suppresses the spell for 1 minute. If the object is fixed in the air, it can hold up to 4,000 pounds of weight.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
Yes, you literally make something immovable.
Would I know from stage studies, would that be enough to inhabit a ship if it's anchored?
Not a galleon. But
How
the
many
other
level 2 spells do you have?
here you go, buddy. You look at it. He's only got the 3.
No. As in, I'm talking to our spell.
Rati.
Rati, how many level spell 2s can you do?
Can I cast or can I?
Yeah,
Do I
can you
know?
cast?
3 in the flavor that he is familiar with, and 2 that I can borrow.
And Ollie can do 2.
I can do 3.
Because
Fuck.
if they
Man,
can't
am I
drop
gonna
their
be in the
scales,
front
they can't
lines?
move.
Shit. Guys, am I gonna be in the front lines?
Nah, you'll be in the back, man.
No. You'll be with me, and
Be underwater, and you can always retreat from underwater.
Ah, shit. I hate swimming.
it'll be fine.
So are we going to
Look-
be swimming or are we going to be walking on the bottom of the water?
Oh, what the
Swimming.
fuck?
A little bit of both.
Oh no. Guys, I'm not buoyant. Like, you gotta put it out there. I'm like a stick in a pond. I float for a bit and then I just go.
That's
Perfect, because we're going to be
That's all
walking.
good.
We're gonna be walking anyways.
It's
We
alright.
need a
mate.
bloke like you around here, mate.
The general just says, "You can't really talk your way out of this one." He says, "Yeah, all right."
All right, you're stuck with me.
We can just drag you, mate.
That's
Kicking
also
and
not.
screaming.
Yeah, mate.
I'm just really unmotivated. I've been following everything my general says. All right, like I'm not dishonorable. I'm a good soldier. He says, he puffs his chest out like a little offended. I can do this. You know, fuck you guys. I mean, with all due respect, fuck you guys.
No offense taken. I like
Sheldon's
a
like,
person
"Ah."
that speaks their mind.
I
Yeah,
pick,
Sheldon just says,
pick
"Ah,
his chest.
we got one of the better eggs. Who did you have in? Who did you have for the rest, General?" And he like goes, "Oh, they'll be coming in. They'll be coming in here soon. Meeting them outside. Remind me again. So one that can take hits and one that was good with people, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. Okay, I got you your lieutenants. All right, so you have your lieutenants and the mage study that is with you guys. You eventually meet the two that are told to actually just go in the war room anyway. One is a bit on the heavier side of things. Carries a tower shield on his back, and what looks to be a buckler on his left side, and a mace on his right side. And the other guy just a handsome looking woman actually.
What was the
very well
war
put together.
mage's name?
Oh, is it sorry?
What was the war mage's name?
Oh, did I neglect to mention that?
Veritas.
Yeah, Veritas. Veritas. Veritas.
Ezekiel points to the woman.
Points to the woman.
Hey, rude to point, mate. Don't make it weird.
Yeah, I would lower Ezekiel's hand down slowly.
Woman.
She just laughs. She just laughs and says, "No, I like a man who's straight to the point." See what I did there?
Absolutely no.
So who am I
his.
meeting?
I would say I would stick out my hand. Hi, I'm Kaid. I guess
nice
you'll
to
be
meet you,
joining us
Kaid.
for this.
Whack.
Man.
Grips you, and she seems stronger than you with the grip.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah.
What, may I ask your name?
Sarah. No last name. And no, that isn't my last name.
The last name.
What do you deal with orcs a lot?
Actually, funny you say that, but that's a story for another time. I think we have like how many hours do we have on the ship, General?
Do
She
you want
goes-
a last
and he
name?
goes, 1.5 hours, give or take. We're going on a more slower sort of. I'll find a replacement for you for the protection of the fog machine. Don't worry. And she says, "All right, I don't mind." Oh, and look at here. We got a big old Bill. Hey, Bill. And Bill's like, "Yeah, hi. Hey guys, what's up?"
What's up, big fella?
Yeah.
How good are you two at swimming?
Bill's way better than I am, but I'm decent enough. Bill's like, "I can hold my breath for like 6 minutes."
Well, you won't be needing to hold your breath.
I can
Well,
do it
shit.
for 7.
Oh, no way.
I can do 8, mate.
Oh, nah, you guys are fucking with me. Alright.
Bill, how much do you
I
want to
can
bet I
hold
can
my
hold my
breath for
breath
a
longer than
day.
you?
Let's fucking
I
go,
can-
mate.
I can probably hold my breath for 9 minutes, man. Fuck yeah.
Come on, Bill. Put it on the table. How much you gonna bet?
Make a persuasion check. $20.
Oh shit!
Uh,
Double 20s.
he goes. He puts 2 gold down and holds his breath. What's your con mod?
Nah,
You guys?
come on. Don't be pussy. Let's go underwater.
Mine's 5.
5. And he just goes. And Sarah just says, I think I can speak, Bill. I think they're already doing it.
Come on, Bill. I'm going underwater. You can tie me from there.
She points, and then you look towards the brothers who are also already holding their breath, and they're refusing to budge. All of them just staring at each other. All 3 of them.
I'm gonna-
Even Jason and Bandor are competing against each other. So
I'm gonna clap like as to try to surprise them, like really loud, as like hard as I can.
both of them, all of them, due to their con mods, they don't flinch.
Ah. Anyways, I'll go. Well, it seems that we got that squared away, and I'll fill Bill, Sarah, and Veritas. all
Of
in.
course, I had thought you would be doing that. Best of luck, ladies and gentlemen. For this one in particular, Bill, if you could actually, you know what? Never mind. And he lets you guys just do that. for the moment, he looks towards all of you. These men will be under your command. Please assign a leader in which you guys will will have the final decision making in the midst of a heated battlefield, so they will know what to do in of course in the midst of a heated battlefield. Is that understood? I think someone like maybe those that do not speak too much but have a pretty good insight, like you, he says towards Bandor. Would you be willing to be this leader?
You've been voluntold, Bandor. It's you.
Right. I see.
Speak up if you object. Okay, it's him. It's him.
I see. He says, smiling. You know, you see the general is actually fucking with you. He says, "That means another." Looks towards Kai. Looks towards Rati. Looks towards Ezekiel. Then looks back towards Rati, and he says, "You'll be strike team leader then." Yes.
Well, I've recently died, and possibly I'm not going to be the best in the front line, but sure.
That doesn't matter. You're alive. That is what matters. Anyway, I have quite a bit more specific briefings to do with a bunch more lieutenants that are as mishmash as you guys, but are a bit more on the responsible side. And Sheldon's like, "Hey, I'm responsible." He's like, "Enough. Responsible. Enough." So, as the kids say, peace. And just walks out. Eventually, Bill. Fuck. He just pushes the two goats towards your direction. So who wins out of Jason and Bandor?
What's your con mod?
Oh, is it just con mod?
It is con mod.
He's got 5. I got 4.
Yeah, I got 5.
But he got 5?
I got 4.
He's got 4.
Jason, you can't. And Bandor is still holding it.
Huge flex.
Great work, team leader.
Oh god, no, that was a joke, right?
Zazi's just hand on the forehead, shaking her head
Bill,
at the antics.
Damn it, mate.
Okay. Do you guys want to go over the plan one more time?
Let's do it on the boat, friend. I've got some resting to do.
Yeah, we could do it while we're on the boat.
Oh, mate's alright. We got a
Sounds
plan.
good to us. And Bill's like, "Yeah, I'll hang out with you guys. You seem cool." Fuck, I lost.
Wild Wolf on 3.
Wild
Oh,
dwarf.
hell yeah.
Wild
For
dwarf.
dwarves.
Everyone but the depressing guy and the Sheldon join in.
For the dwarves, mate.
Yeah. Sheldon goes up to you. The crack shot goes up to you, Rati, and he says, "Positions. So you don't mind me being at the very far back? When it comes to target priorities, what would you guys like me to focus on?"
Healers.
We are
I don't
most focused on detaining the pirate captain, but if anybody were to accompany him, anybody that would be aiding him, casting spells or doing long range attacks onto our front line.
Right, I've got good eyes. And sweet. I think I know my job. I've listened to a lot of the War Council, so I'm good. He excuses himself and he'll take the time to get to know his new girlfriend. And then Sarah would walk up to you guys and she says, "And you're gonna brief the rest of us on the ship?"
Yes. Unless you would like me to do it here, I will do it on the ship.
No, I'm good. She looks at the map. I've seen it a few times.
Sorry.
No, that's all.
I was going to say, before the general walks off, can we grab some... any chance there's some healing potions floating around? I don't know how many of us have healing capacity at the moment.
Recommissioned for the soldiers, I'm afraid. Now that would be...
Bill, he is a soldier. He perhaps can hold on to 1 or 2.
Fair point. I believe they are already doing that.
Excellent.
Specifically, Sarah and Bill have two healing potions.
Cool. Oh, another will need them.
So that being the case, as you guys get together and do your final bits of preparation, whatever they may be, is there any sort of final bits of preparation after this long briefing and
Sheila's
getting together as a squad?
Or sorry, it's not Sheila. It's fucking
Perla, yeah.
Perla.
Perla,
I
yes.
don't know why. Would she have the gilded acorn ready?
She does.
Okay, cool.
It is gilded. The acorn has just platinum studs in it.
Okay.
It looks like a fucked up sea mine.
I'm fine with that as long as it works for the spell I want it to work for.
It does.
And then
It is technically
shove
gilded.
them.
Yes.
I'll just shove like a bit of feather and then a bit of wolf fur into there, and then I would ask around actually for a fishtail because I do not have that.
Yeah. You'll get that easily, and yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and
Can
then
I
I did
just
just
ask
tie it
about
on the necklace.
poison before I'd honor?
Yeah.
Have you said that you're proficient with it, or have you just
Yes.
been interested in it?
I am very proficient in it. I am to the point where I can coat my weapons in the midst of battle.
See Rati sort of looking at you, tapping. I guess we're gonna have to trust each other. I found something in the glade.
Oh?
I suspect that it's safer in your hands than mine. And I'm gonna give you. They're called Blades Fern herb.
Oh fuck. I mean, yeah. All right.
I'm sorry, Blade. He's
Blades fern poison. Yes.
Blades Fern, forgotten.
You've had it in your
Blade.
possession for a while now, Rati. This is poisonous. To the point of Kide, you take a look at it. Yeah, this is poisonous to the point of deadly poisonous. Like coated in an arrow, you shoot it at a normal soldier. That normal soldier, gone.
Okay. With the utmost care, I would like to what's it called? Start.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, no check needed. You can extract one use from this.
One use. Okay. I'll just have that sitting in a bottle.
Yeah. That'll take you an hour, just in the downtime, very carefully extracting this apparently forgotten glade herb, and you're like, oh, this is no herb. Good thing he didn't eat it. You don't know the properties, but this is especially potent. You can, you have a sense for it. One and two. This is like when you can smell heavy, like spearmint, from it being just like 2 feet away. You know it's bad.
Actually, would from my background, would I know I wouldn't know of the plant specifically, but would I know of similar plants?
What's your
that would do
background?
something? Fuck. I meant more so of the story background because I actually don't remember.
I guess you can make a history check. Disadvantage.
Yeah. What is? Oh, I'm a barber. Background. You said history check disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, why is it? There we go.
9. No idea.
Okay. Chat is wigging out right.
Chat is this real? All right. Nice. Okay. Anything else?
We need iron spikes to go with the chains. I've got 5 myself, but bigger ones would be better.
They don't have any in the form of iron spikes, but they have what they like to call cavalry stoppers, and they are just these like long sort of like phalanx style javelins, but they are made of like just purely metal.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. The logistics officer would be briefed on what you guys need, and he'd actually ask, "Is this enough? Do you want us to saw it down, break it down for you to be what you want, or
That'll do, mate.
yeah, you guys want one, or
He's the
we're not
expert.
fighting horses, so
We're gonna probably need enough for 6 to 7 ships at a guess. So make it 10.
yeah, that'll do actually. We haven't used these in a while. Fucking no one attacks us with the horses anyway. Yeah, fuck it. Yours. Gives you the 10. They weigh like 15 pounds each, by the way.
I take like 3 of them and then stagger away and then go
Yeah.
to Kite, here you go, and then stagger back for another 3.
Yeah. With the help of the rest, you can forge these into due to your proficiencies, every one of you being proficient in what you are, you can shape these into the like what you need them for in the midst of the sabotaging. Okay. Pretty good. So far so good. It looks like the rest of the armies are good to go. Most of the negotiations with the orcs have actually been done by, who would have guessed it, Sarah, and the general. And as they have informed you that the orcs will actually they will break off from the ships. They will apparently be the last wave to attack because they refuse to go on puny Humi ships. They have ships of their own. Who knew? And yeah, there will be the wild factor coming into this fight. So if you guys take too long, they might come along all of a sudden. So that is the wild factor coming into this fight. You guys have no idea when they'll come, but they will. The more I think on this, the more I think poor pirates. You guys have a pretty good plan, it seems. You guys are confident about yourselves. We can't get this strange sinking feeling that comes along with stuff like this. But it subsides as a bit of a time later. The clerics do arrive, Rati. 1 hour before the actual departure. Anything you'd want to do, or are you gonna adhere to Bandor's request of doing it after?
Yeah, just find one, get their name, tell
Okay.
them that they're gonna need their services after the battle.
Alright, sure, you find one called Clyde, and he's like, alright, yep,
Clyde.
gotcha. And he will, he says he'll be stationed here anyway he's just medical duty, nothing too extravagant. And you would then be approached by Batu, just as the golden engine just flies overhead. It seems to be like a big fucking win in terms of morale for the troops, because these Empire Knights, they're all like really good on their own. Even the lieutenants, you look amongst them, they can definitely hold their own even against you guys. Nowhere near as good, but hey, give them shit like the rifle and yeah, they'll do some work. They all look at the golden engine, a shining beacon of gold, and then there's one guy at the back going, "Hey, isn't he gonna blow our cover?" And there's some murmurs. Oh, yeah, I guess he's a point. But Batu approaches you, Rati, and he says, "Father, what are your orders?"
Stay on the ship with the general. Obviously prioritize keeping yourself safe. But it would be nice if you could deliver him to his fated opponent and perhaps save some of the civilians.
I see. I will acknowledge. I will scan. I was. What do you call the word? I'm actually forgetting it in English. IRL, Clyde. He says, "Yes, Father. I have heard everything. I was what you would say eavesdropping." Yeah, for the record, the giant golden engine was just like right outside the window the entire time you guys were talking. So,
Practicing your stealth, I see. Excellent.
indeed, I will prioritize the general safeties, the civilians, and then the general's orders in that order, with your orders being an overriding force. Is this acceptable?
It is.
I will integrate myself into this army and raise morale. And he just flies overhead. And everyone's just like, whoa.
Awesome.
For our party, do we
Say again?
all have, for the party in general,
Yes,
have all of you committed fully to magical items, or do you have some bindings free?
I'm all filled up.
That depends. What are you suggesting?
I have free. One free.
I have an amulet of health that I have no longer a use for.
What does it do?
Increases your
Constitution.
constitution, but I don't know if it'd be any use for you.
Yeah, I don't need it, mate.
Veritas, how's your cardio?
Ah, crap. Why?
I'll lend you this.
He takes a look at it. Looks at you like he's like, "Are you sure, man? This is, this shit's fire." But like the good one, the good kind.
Just don't die.
Man, you're really underestimating me. Yeah, no, all right, yeah, no, just fuck you. Respectfully, fuck you. He just says putting it on. I'll show them. Well, I can frontline. Yeah, fuck them.
Increases from 20 health to 30 health.
Let me hang on. I do Empire Mage study. How much it dice? All right. Three.
I like how we're just winding this.
You're almost on the mark. It went from 25 to 34.
No, that's great in a bad way.
Yeah. Look, they're good at their job. That's it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I think we might as well use everything we've got.
Yeah. As you guys finally make your departure, we come across and I will lay out the battlefield for when you guys go in. But essentially, we time skip a bit. You tell Sarah and Bill of the specific jobs. Any very specific things you want to tell Sarah? Bill seems to understand that he's fighting alongside you guys and would be probably just off tanking, essentially, like in an MMO sense.
And Sarah's our people.
Our people guy. Where exactly in this island do you want her to storm in and start freeing people?
We are all going to come from here, but after the signal is after we do the signal, that's when I want her to go and start freeing people.
Okay.
And like I'm gonna be like in this area while we're scouting out, seeing who's where while freeing. Yeah.
All right. Okay. She'll nod and be like, "All right. You guys are gonna have to make a huge bang for me to be open enough to do the solar."
That won't be a problem.
Sweet.
If it's one
Just
thing we're
wait
good
till you
at
see an
is fucking
opening.
things
Don't.
up.
Your priority is keeping yourself alive before else.
Oh, I know. General's orders. We're very well aware. But thank you. No, I'm very good at finding windows of opportunity, and I can be sneaky when it needs to be. Out of all the lieutenants, she seems to be the least armored. It seems.
I'll also provide cover.
So, well, Bill, here's when you can get some revenge. So who do you think's the fastest swimmer? She says, starting some shit. He goes, I don't know. I have a bit of respect for these guys. I don't think you can egg me on to getting myself killed just for a race.
Person who nails down the most ships get 10 platinum pieces.
Oh fuck yeah, I'm in for that. And
Pass.
Veritas just says, "Really? Yeah, I can do that.
You don't have to.
No. I can do that. I can do that. I'll show you guys.
Hey man, you don't have to prove anything to anyone.
I completely disagree, and I am feeling the tone.
Is Veritas short?
Hey, he's like
Uh,
5'6".
Oh no.
Clyde,
short
He's a young man. Yeah.
I had a character here because I stepped away because I've to go make
Yes.
dinner. Am I also in the area as well, or?
Yeah. You guys are on the ship discussing the final bits of preparation before going.
Yeah. Yeah. Zazu just
Okay, so how far are we out if we're on the ship now?
30 minutes out. Yeah, you guys
Okay.
are already the fog machine. The fog machine, which is essentially this large crystal ball that's just affixed onto like the ship helm, is seems to be. Excuse me, my fucking stomach. And is shrouding a lot of like the ship. You guys can see out of the fog though, but so far you guys can only see your own ship, and you only see just other bits of moving fog alongside you guys. So
I am going to cast Greater Steed.
ooh, what form does your greater steed take?
It takes Griffin.
You guys
Okay.
watch. Yeah.
No, nothing. All good.
You guys watch a magnificent griffin that just apparates from what looks to be vines and branches that sprout out of the ship deck, forming the griffin body first before it solidifies. It constricts on itself, and then its holes begin to close up. And when everything is solid, this solid just green mass, it shakes it off. And you watch as like this the green moss grass and all the vines just wilt away into this magnificent looking griffin, and it just like with its like beaked eagle sort of very muscular sort of features looks towards everyone, looks towards you, Ezekiel. Squawk.
With that said, I'll probably also do summon beast, and I'll do water.
Okay.
It'd be something indigenous to this area.
What do I get to pick the form, or how does it work? Okay, show me the spell.
It just says
Summon beast. Bestial spirit. Step block. Air, land, or water. Water. Cool. I see. Let me get that stat block out. Bestial spirit. 5e.
I have the link at the bottom of the stat block thing I sent you.
Okay. I got it. All right.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Cool. You summon it. You summon it next to, I assume, next to the ship, swimming alongside you guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is a spectral giant sunfish.
She.
Yeah. So one of the weirder sunfishes. The eyes are like almost googly.
Ugh.
Yep.
I'm a
Yeah.
druid, and even that thing freaks me out.
Yeah. The googly eye sunfish. It's just as it swims along. Not as magnificent as the griffin, but hey, this thing that gets the job done. At least in the
This
water.
thing will be what's it called? It'll be attacking the, or it'll be like in the water. It does.
Okay.
I'll
No
go to the
worries.
griffin. Good night, mate. And I'm gonna like put my hand out to shake the paw. I was like, paw shake.
Squawk! Grabs its paw. Actually shakes. Seems intelligent.
Nice, good.
Well, it has an intelligence of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good for a.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. Griffins are, pretty good. That's why they can be
No,
tamed.
anything that I summon has straight up intelligence of 6.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, griffins are normally like smart for an animal anyway. But yeah, this one especially so, as it squawks.
Any creature can understand me also.
That's why. Yeah, that's. I did remember that. That's why it shakes your hand.
Hey.
Not paws, palate, by the way.
So what am I supposed to be doing this
Of course.
this mission, guys? I don't feel the best, but
Oh, yeah, just swim around, help us out, punch some guys,
Right.
All right.
Time.
don't die, ideally.
Ideally.
Some of us have to do it. We'll take one for the team if needs be.
Okay. So, now coming onto this map prior. Proper, sorry, not prior. Let me shift the ships around.
it's daytime, yeah?
No, nighttime.
Oh, nighttime? Okay. I'll turn invisible.
Yes. You turn invisible. This is out of the thing for now. This one would be.
Yeah,
This one would be facing.
see invisibility on.
Yeah. So it'd actually be to stay docked there. If you guys could please drag yourselves onto. Oh no, I shouldn't use a pink square. Hang on. Green square, please. Bottom left, if you can't find it.
Very.
Alright, there's Veritas right over there. There is green is Bill.
By the way, my sunfish, the casting water,
Your sunfish
On
is what, sorry?
everybody. Casting water breathing. That
Oh, I see. Is your sunfish just
bubbles around people's head.
Yep. Alright. So green is Bill. The mage is Veritas, I'll just blue him. Pink is Sarah, and yellow is Sheldon. You're correct, Sheldon. Actually, I'll use the stat block for Sheldon. Hang on. Dun, 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 dun. Good thing I came prepared. Dun, dun, dun. I used a prominent sniper, since it has the same sort of Hades model.
Does Veritas have detect? Not.
He doesn't have knock, but you watch as you guys begin this sort of huge now. I'd like all of you to roll your stealth checks now with whatever preparations you have ready.
We have
Gonna
faster
racial pass with that.
Yep. Underwater alarms. Yep. Veritas would ritually cast detect magic before getting off. Then. Detect magic is 1 hour. Yes.
10 minutes, I think.
10 minutes.
Blessing. I'm gonna give Blessing of the Trickster to Ezekiel.
Okay. I'll have Sarah roll for her squad. Stealth check.
Oh, crap. Did I? Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Good job, Sarah. All right.
So yeah, Ezekiel has Blessing of the Trickster,
Okay.
so they have advantage on stealth check.
Okay. It just cuts out to a straight roll, I believe.
Hmm.
Okay, so the
let me
lowest
just-
one would be 17, correct?
No, 7.
No, plus 10.
No, it would
Oh,
be
plus
because
10.
he has
Yep.
advantage. So he
He
has
doesn't
plus
have advantage because he's got heavy armor.
Yeah.
Straight roll.
Straight roll. Correct. Right, 17 is good.
Yeah.
With the
sorry.
coupled with the fact that you guys are sneaking into here from under the sea, under the water, in this dark, sort of very sparsely lit space, even the people with the dark vision have trouble seeing. So, coming around, you will eventually find these anchors, but the people that have the durations,
Can I
the
have
wild
this one
card of the orcs.
as well?
Okay, get in there. The people with the durations, the people that are doing things, and also the wild card. So the more times you guys spend on sabotaging, the more it will affect all those factors. As the formation and the armada is ready to attack and come online, I'd like all of you to no, I'd like 2 of you to roll perception checks, please.
all dibs.
Jason, do you have lots of key points for
I feel
pass?
like,
Yep. Yep.
I feel like I would true sight. I feel like it makes sense for me to.
Sure.
I'm gonna
I got advantage for perception.
once Jason,
Do I got negative
if he takes
3?
over pass, I'm gonna locate object ship anchor.
Yeah. When I have to take over, I'll take over and stop detect magic, detect evil, and
Is
go
pass
down.
without a trace
1 hour.
concentration?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So it's locate object, yes.
Yeah, so I'd have to have to swap over once he's on his scan.
Quick question.
Am I going?
So,
Is
with-
this a goggles type situation where we're seeing over a great distance, or my goggles will be affected?
Would not affect. This is underwater. Yeah.
So
So it wouldn't be too useful, sadly. All right, I'll get those. 17 and 20.
My with my griffin, because I sent my because my griffin's not down with us, it's up in the sky, and I can telepathical. Can I assist people with the same direction to give them an advantage?
How low is it flying?
What do you mean by that? How are you using your griffin to assist?
Because it's up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it will point out to us where the ships are and roughly be able to do that. Give us more of a tighter range of where the anchor would be.
You guys are currently very, very like walking underneath the water. So looking up, you don't even see the water surface, let alone if a griffin were to be over it.
no, he can
He
telepath.
can talk to.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a relative point to know where we are compared to the griffins.
Oh,
The griffin might would
correct.
say it's over to the right, but we don't know which right that is.
Yes.
It's stupid.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Also, just as a note, probably not a good idea to have your griffin fly at sea level around here when you want to be stealthy.
No, I would have it higher up.
Yeah. But you know, it would be the higher up it is, the way harder it would be to, as they said, judge the distance. But okay,
Question, would sunfish be able to
try.
help though?
What? Sorry.
The sunfish.
The sunfish. I'm factoring everything into account, including the people helping you guys. I'm adjusting the DCs accordingly, and with 20 and 17, and specifically with your side Bandol, you're only limited by basically just the range of like your sight. Everyone else is just a bit hampered by just how murky and dark it is here. Alongside Kide, you managed to find this ship's anchor at least. So for now, you guys are all over here ish. And here Veritas would just say, I got this, and he pulls out like takes like a nearby stick, and you watch as he just like wedges it in between one of the links in the chain, and you watch as he just casts immovable object on the stick. That's one. Trust me, it's sabotaged. If
you say so.
If it moves, I owe you 10 platinum.
Dead people can't collect, but okay, let's go to the next one.
Alright, so you're trusting him? Okay. As you guys.
Does it actually? I suppose does it look like a really bulky chain? Like I know I'm. Do we know if it's a big ship or not?
It's a decently sized. It's slightly bigger than the smaller ships, but it's not a galleon. This is a brigandine.
Do we like in discussions from the general before? Do we think that would hold a brigandine, or are we just trusting him?
It's honestly extremely hard to tell. You're gonna have to either trust him, or you're gonna have to go back and do some tinkering. What do you want to do?
I'll take him up on the 10 platinum.
It'll at the very least
Slow him down.
Slow him down.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man! Man, I can't wait to see the look on your faces when I'm not dead and you don't see it moving.
Hey, I can't wait for that too, man. Let's try to find this next ship.
Yeah. All right. So following what was proposed Kide's route, I assume you guys are going along the bottom and just up anti-clockwise.
Yeah, sure.
I thought we were going. Is that what you said, Clyde?
Yes.
Anti-clockwise.
Yeah, that's what
That's
it says.
exactly what I said.
Okay.
Yep.
Going along this route, make a perception check. I'd say the same two people. Perception check, please.
Oh boy.
Very good. Very good with the both of you. This is a problem. Sleeping in the depths, nestled within the rocks itself, embedded into the island in this spot, you see a creature only the sailors themselves would tell tales of.
Fuck you.
As this large, colossal, tentacled creature that just rests and seems to not move. You find what looks to be a kraken embedding itself onto the southern bit of the island, possibly waiting. I'd like you all to reroll your stealth checks, please.
Pass without a trace is still active.
No.
Yeah, Jason's got it.
Yeah, I would
Jason's
have
got it.
taken it.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
Blessing of Tricksters an hour. An hour has already passed, hasn't it?
19.
No, it hasn't.
So
That's
yeah,
not
Ezekiel still has a straight roll.
Correct.
Let's see.
All right, 24. All right, 19 is the lowest so far. Let me check something real quick. And Sarah rolls for her group. Come on, Captain. Nope, that's the wrong one, but I'll take the roll. 18 plus whatever was pretty good for stealth, so. Yeah, it's perception. All right, that's everyone rolling. 1, 2, yeah. As you guys swim past this underwater legendary creature that seems to be biding its time, sleeping. Can't hear any snoring, but you guys see immediately just all the soldiers shut up, look horrified, but stout as Sarah just gives some like quick hand movements. It's just some orders, it seems, to them, and they just all nod and they continue swimming slowly. They all have their eyes on it, and so do you. And as you all swim and swim and swim and swim.
Do they have like a name tag? I'm like, oh, that's good. A fucking color.
Doesn't seem like
Jerry.
it as Rudy the Kraken.
Maybe
As you guys
chains.
swim past it, maybe it's the currents, or maybe it's the sort of different sort of shifts in the water that you guys are creating. But something tickles its fancy. Or maybe it wasn't sleeping at all. As it moves slightly, raises 2 tentacles, and just readjusts itself in its sleep. Passive perception 14. Good job.
Holy fuck. We just avoided a squad wipe.
I wonder if it's their like pet or something.
So we avoided a freaking TPK.
That's their greatest
reaching
deed.
onto this one, since it is closer to the island, you guys can see the you guys can see the anchors to this one, and the one in the distance actually, since it's such a bigger ship, anchored. However, this poses the problem. How will you deal with the smaller and the bigger ship? What do you guys
say? We anchor the ship, the bigger ship. That's my.
What about we tie the rope from one of the anchors to the other and then immobilize the rope?
Too far.
There's some limitations to my immobile. It has to be like a less than 10 pounds.
A single chain link?
I mean, if you can break it, yeah, but then it wouldn't be. Oh, technically. Oh, this guy's a mad lad, a genius. He says, pointing to the. Yeah, you need some spectacles on you, armored guy. Yeah, if you guys can break the chain link, I can make the singular chain link immovable.
But wouldn't they fill that?
He shrugs.
No. Don't we have chain with us?
You do, and you have like the metal bits, and you could have forged them into whatever. So these steel phalanxes that you can drive into the ground if you so wish.
I don't think we should be hitting anything so close to a kraken.
Yeah, rock formations, anything we can tie a chain around.
What if we just take the phalanx
Hard
that we got, the steel, what's it called, and he just casts a movable object on that we got?
Honestly, hard pressed to find anything like that around here because yeah, this would have to be like clear shores underneath in order for the ships to be safe enough to disembark.
I would like, can't we take the pins that we got, or the nails that we got, and just stick them in it and then have them cast a movable object on that? Or are they too heavy?
The thing can't be attached to any surface. It has to be like free floating.
Yeah, no, it could be free floating, but we can stick through the nail through the chain link.
Yeah, that'll be 2 objects.
How would it? Because if you're sticking it through the chain link and you're just doing it on the nail, just like he did the stick.
Oh yeah, but that's a nail. Look at that thing. He points to like the chain link. It's bigger. Heavy chain links, by the way.
How far between these 2 ships?
Map is accurate.
Oh, so it's only 75 feet
Yes.
ish. How much chain do we bring with us?
As much as you could carry. You guys had plenty of time, and the logistics officer gave you the iron you needed for this operation. So I'd say right now all of you guys are moving slow and encumbered because of all the things you have. Not because of the weight problem, but it is just a volume distribution problem.
Can we essentially tie them
Where
together?
are the anchors as such on these ships?
The anchors are this one on the right side of each, essentially, like around here-ish for both of them.
Perfect.
Does anyone else have rope?
We're
gonna use
shit
the
ton of
chain
chain.
Well, rope is lighter than the weight.
We're past the movable
no.
object. We're gonna what's it called? We're just gonna chain link the two anchors together. I believe.
Hey, look, I got a few in me, man. Like, I can prove it.
I mean, yeah, but let's save it for next ship. I assume.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with that.
Let's chain link the two together. I'll start swimming over to the big galleon and with a and a fly it over or not. Inject it or I'll put it to the anchor essentially, the chain link, and wait for the other side to be attached onto the.
Yeah, you guys need some
Oh,
help
shit.
with that. I'll handle the other chain, and Bill offers to swim to the other side for it.
Does
Yeah.
shadow step work underwater?
You wanna try it?
Yeah.
As you shadow step, you create a bunch of waves.
Wait, what the?
I'm kidding, but
Holy shit!
you know, just be careful.
An underwater earthquake.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
It's not quite Shinpo or Sonido, so it seems to work underwater. Yes, Jason.
Oh. Okay.
You do create some disturbances, but it's a bit minor. Just watch out.
Okay, then we'll shadow step.
Nah, you're fine.
But yeah, I went and put the chain link on there, and I'd like.
Just kidding.
Okay. Yeah. Bill does the other side. And what are you guys trying to do? Basically just chain the anchors together with a chain link.
I assume so. I assume that was said.
Could we?
Okay.
Does the anchor go down and run under the ship? Like, is it pull? Have they drifted slightly out so it's going under them?
No, it's high tide, so it's at full length.
Yeah. The smaller ships one would be almost at full length. The one on the galleon definitely at full length.
Could we, if it's the case, go under? As long as the ship itself will be screening us, and put a pin through the chain links in a movable object so if they try and pull their anchor up, it's going to catch.
Okay. And then if the galleon tries to move, it has to try to pull the smaller ship and the immovable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
assuming-
that.
Oh,
Now that
with the
one
chain
is doable. Yes. You can do that, and Veritas goes, oh, all right. Shit. Hey, look at us, Bill. We're like useful. And he's like, I was always useful. Yeah. Whatever. All right. On to the next. As you move, someone roll for me a D100, please.
Anybody but friendly.
Me. I'll do it.
Oh no!
No, you're playing a
No,
druid.
I-
Anyone?
He did
I
the
have-
one. He did the one.
I got
I
it,
haven't
I
done
got
it.
it, I
I
got
haven't
it,
done it
I
yet
got it.
either.
All right.
Oh no!
Well, I was about to say first one's first serve, so thank you, Dizzy.
Anyone but friendly.
Oh.
I got this somewhere.
Run away!
Let me check something real quick.
Oh no!
I guess on the upside, the Kraken will hit the ship before it hits us.
The The thing that the Kraken is running from is what we have to worry about.
Oh no!
Oh no.
The World Eater sounds nice, doesn't it?
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm out of
No.
character. Thing is it the lower the worse it gets, or is it the higher the better?
Yeah, it's the worst.
See,
It's the
we've
lower the
got
worse.
a drow here, so in drow, lower is better, right?
True.
No, he's not full drow.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm only part.
Cool,
Drow.
thank you very much. Continue.
Oh no!
As you guys get onto the ship, easily as well. This ship is anchored a bit awkwardly, actually. The anchor itself was on this side, and it is very much like embanked, not fully set out, and not using the full length of its like winch and chain, but enough for it to ground itself, anchor
Okay,
itself, I
so-
guess.
Is there enough chain for us to like just pin it into the ground?
Oh yeah, and Veritas has one more casting of at least second level spell slot in him, if you guys want.
Can we
So-
just nail this? The
Sure, how do you nail it?
yeah we have.
No,
have the
we don't want to
power
make
do that,
noise.
guys? Okay, I was asking.
Come on, I know you wanna.
We
Oh,
do,
God.
but we've seen the Kraken.
Oh no! With
did
that
I,
kind of mark, yeah, nah.
to
Yeah.
learn the spell as well?
What was that, sorry?
Did I have time to learn the spell as well?
Learn what spell?
The immovable object.
Ah, yes.
Okay, cool. I'll let him use his last one then.
Okay, he'll do it. And this one is secured. Alright, and as you guys swim on over around to this part of the island, you hear in the overhead cannon shots. What do you guys do?
It looks like it started.
keep going. This
Okay, well, I
We
think
will
we
be
should
aware
get
of
as many
the-
ships as
And
we
then you
can
guys-
do. So
And then you guys hear underwater.
Get
Oh
off.
no!
the fucking orcs, dude.
Storms begin to cloud overhead. You hear a telepathic the telepathic bond for both
Land.
Batu and the Griffin shut off.
We need to get the fuck out of the water.
Get to land.
Right. I think
As
we
you
get
guys-
to land on this piece as fast as possible.
As you guys get to land, and one by one, panicked,
A shadow step.
as you okay, you guys, this will be your positions in the upcoming fight. You'll be put in random positions as you panic and get out onto the land as fast as possible, and you shadow stepping further in. Let's see. All right. You guys see chaos.
This is how I die.
You guys see the orcs have already made landfall, and you hear the shouts. You hear in the distance the pirates have already begun shooting at the incoming forces of your allied armada, due to the fact that basically Dizzy rolled for what the wild card would affect, how the wild card would affect.
Oh
And they
god!
start the fight without you guys finishing. As you see the lightning strike overhead, you hear a holler, holler, shout, come on, my pretty. And you see the kraken, the tentacles start climbing out onto the land itself and begin making for the tent.
Anybody up for some squid?
And that is where I'll end the session. But you can stay.
Boo.
You can stay as I put everything into perspective. All the tokens. Yeah,
What's
lots of
the
tokens.
pink squares?
Yippee.
Pink
The
squares.
hidden treasure, quote unquote.
The detected magic, but
Oh,
masked magic. So
mask magic.
unknown
That's
unknown
cool.
variables. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
all right. We got a huge fight on our hands, guys. Yeah. They didn't detect the Kraken. Nistel's magic aura is pretty cool, you guys. Lots of very good uses. Come, my pretties. Alright. Underwater. Okay.
There's the that unmovable spell reminds me of when I used to play 3rd edition. There was like a magic item that the DM made. It was basically called it was called a rod of inertia, sort of like an immovable
Movable
rod.
rod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so say like I activate the. I'm standing on I'm standing on a ship. I activate the rod of inertia. I become immovable. So to be able to move me, or like from my position, you would have to use enough force to be able to move the entire ship from that position.
Wow.
And so you become really strong, but you can't move once you activate it. You can't attack. You can't do anything. And if
I like that.
If you were to, you take damage equal to the weight of the thing that you're connected to. So
Holy.
yeah, and so like if something does move you, then you get fucked up. But the odds are like
Odds are very slim, depending on what you inertia yourself to.
Yeah, like
that's so cool. There's a lot of like creative applications for that. Oh, just like the spell, I guess.
Yeah. The spell reminded me. I was like, man, that sounds similar to it because it's sort of just like locks in place.
Yeah, just imagine throwing something in the air and like jumping up onto it, a movable object. Boom, you have a standing platform above everybody else.
There's a there's a guy. I don't know if it's if it's a show or an anime, but there's a guy who has a thing like that.
Oh, where he like
it's either My Hero or it's
I mean, My Hero has Deadlock, the black.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and
Deadlock.
he locks things into place.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of that guy.
There's also a couple other characters like
Roy Narwhal. I wonder if you guys are able to apprehend him. But yeah, like as Rati had predicted, a lot of the pirates are on their ships, correct? And a lot less pirates than before. You sense they lost a lot, by the way, on that land raid. They didn't expect to meet that kind of resistance from you guys. They didn't even expect. I was meant to magic away a lot of the forces, and you guys would have been like, "Huh? How did they do that?" But thanks to someone's, I think it was Kai's perception in that town. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I went to go check some out.
Yeah, bunch of mages left though.
I just noticed what my wings of mother are, and it like makes me mad that I didn't recognize them before. Like as a player, my wings of mother, are they Mother Matron's wings?
I don't know that. I don't actually know that.
They're like drow high priestesses.
Or the matriarch.
Matron Mother's wings. Not quite the Matron Mother's wings itself, but based off on that, actually, yes.
Yeah.
I generalized it in my world and thought, honestly, the drow are smart enough to mass produce something like this, so they would do, but give it to their most esteemed soldiers, of course.
Yeah.
For context, if you're like a bunch of your drow here. So the Alashtar kid, you'd see the Inquisitors. They'd have that. and you guys had 6 in your kingdom, which was a sizable amount. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
you guys
we
were
were
well off.
pretty good.
Yeah, were.
Wow. Back when I was an youngster.
Alright, which Kraken variant did I bring you guys? Just a normal one?
Blood Kraken.
The weak kind.
There is actually. I mean, pick for me, Dizzy. What do you want? Normal Kraken or Sin Kraken?
What's the one that Drizzle uses when he has to use the blood for it?
Oh my gosh. The
Normal.
blood Kraken.
For the blood for it. Normal Kraken actually. The Sin Kraken you guys haven't seen yet. They're around about the same sort of power level. They just do very different things.
How close are we to the ocean, the Sea of Sin or Ocean of Sin, whatever?
Very far away.
Okay, let's do a normal one then.
Yeah, cool. Alright. So no red lightning. Alright.
Thank God.
I'm glad this session I got to play into my says yeah.
You guys did admirably well, by the way. And I was expecting something lower than a 14. You guys would have been super fucked. You know how fucked it is to fight a Kraken underwater? That is not good, you guys.
Yeah, no.
That is not good. Hey, it's climbing up on land. It's trying to get to its master. So, there you go.
Well, it's a good thing I gave Ezekiel
So one
straight
thing
rolls.
is, I've lost my connection to.
Oh, that was only brief. That was like there's like a brief disconnect. Like, but you're connected again. Yeah. Yeah. Neglected to mention that. I got a bit too excited. It was just like just as like out of character. There was just like lots of magic happening at once. That just like feedbacked on the system. Like that's just how much magic was going on all at once over here, all of a sudden. Yeah. But yeah. So the current state of this is the tokens you see are just the amount of pirates on the ships. Actually, very little. But they are actually manning the cannons and are shooting outwards onto the incoming armada. The armada are not shooting back; they are charging. So do with that as you will. As for the orcs, I will make custom tokens of them actually because they're their own sort of faction, and they'll be making landfall over here, already fighting pirates on the west.
West.
On the west on the map, yeah.
Are these actually trees or like low bushes?
Actual trees. So yeah. So yeah. Tents are tents, trees are trees. Up to scale on the map as well.
So would essentially given the orcs a fighting chance because none of these can move to get into firing position for them.
I mean, they're not stupid. Yeah, they landed where it was like the least amount of cannons on them, essentially.
Are they from what are
they just gave a very huge disadvantage to the incoming armada.
Are they fixed cannons or can they move them? Like are they in ports?
You're gonna have to do that in the session because it hasn't acted that much yet. Yeah. So yeah, discuss your strategies if there are any. But yeah, I'll get the Kraken and the Orc one ready in a bit, probably in the next 10 minutes. Because right now I'm just gonna go to the toilet, but I'll be out of the call. So yeah, a shorter session than usual, but it was because I was preparing for something like this, and to fuck you guys up with the Kraken right away. But I didn't have to do that. So yeah, that being said, GG's for now. Good luck.
I want to talk strategy.
I was gonna go into this blind.
So, I'm gonna say this right out front. I think we should take out the people manning cannons. Can get as I know we disabled the ship, but we need to get the other people on land as soon as possible to help with this Kraken fight. There's no way.
Yeah, well, the ship's still even though they can't move, they're still usable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should disable them from using the cannon quickly as possible.
Thinking I could darkness this one, depending on like locations of cannons and all the rest
Can
of
we
it.
just sink the boats? How hard is a boat?
Because we think that the people we need to save are on the boats as well.
We do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on shore there, right?
They're not shooting back.
How many? Okay, so the amount of people on the boats are up to scale. I could kill a fair amount of these guys if they're not tanky. Like a lot of them.
You shoot them.
Like if they're only like, I want to say like anywhere from 20 to 30 HP, I should be able to knock at least 2 a turn. And from where I'm standing too. Like, hold on. Yeah, from where I'm standing, I should be able to like outright murk people on these boats.
Does anyone know how to captain a boat? Oh.
No. Oh, not this character.
I don't believe so, actually. I don't think my character's ever been on a boat.
I suppose it depends if we've got line of sight. If we've got line of sight to them. And then we don't have an immediate threat over here. They're knocking these guys out, and especially ones at the top as well, because they'll have mobility.
We could low-key also use the current, like, the state of the boats to our advantage as well. Because there's nothing stopping, like, the boat from, like, out here, right? The big boat down in the bottom right corner. Nothing stopping us from just turning the boat. Because even though it's anchored, you can still turn the boat.
It's really hard to turn if you don't have wind in your favor and you're anchored.
Not necessarily, because the rudder...
Rudder only works if you've got movement.
Like
you still need propulsion. You still need...
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we have a wind, right, we'll be able to turn it if we set the sails towards.
Yeah, but you need to go in an arc. You can't just turn on the spot.
You can pivot.
Well,
I've pivoted a boat IRL before.
You can pivot.
You can definitely pivot the boat.
With rudder?
Yeah.
Because rudder works by opposite reaction from water, right? In which case it only provides force if the water's moving.
But two things. We're on one, high tide, so that means that the water is pushing into the coast, so we'd have to turn it opposite to that. And two, we have a bunch of movement from the Kraken and the storm that's generating from that, so we'll have high winds due to that.
The Kraken winds won't be consistent direction.
True, but I doubt that it would be too hard to do it, considering that it's going inland from like right here is going towards.
And you see, it's high tide, not the tide was coming in or going out, but it is actually high tide, so it'd be pretty stagnant.
It's good. I think Kide said it was coming in, but I could be wrong about that.
No, he said it was high.
He just said it was high. Okay, I'll have to ask about that next. Because if it is coming in or out.
See, there is sometimes where you can actually there's some parts of the world where you can actually have high tide and low tide 6 times, 7 times a day.
True, and that's what I was getting at, because it's nighttime at this time. That means that the pull is going to be stronger away from the island. Because of the moon. GG's. Is it?
That's if the moon's above us.
That's why I said I'm gonna have to ask Kite about it next time, because if the moon is like, as long as it's not a new moon, we should have pulled away from the island.
I suppose before we speak out too much, does anyone have vehicle proficiency ships? Because we've got no chance if no one does.
Bendel, I think.
I'm pretty sure one of the people that we brought with us would have proficiency with it.
It's pretty rare.
think Bendel does.
Proficiency with what?
Ships.
Ship.
No.
Oh, vehicle. Yeah, sea vehicles.
I feel like Bendel does. Yeah. He was like a ship thing, right?
So is our priority getting the people off the ships or taking down the Kraken? Because
So,
I feel like the Krakens are hard to defeat. And we want to, I just want to say this as like a pretense because I think this is how this is going to go if we do try to kill the captain beforehand or detain the captain. If we take away the control of the captain's control from the Kraken will attack anything and everything.
Probably, yeah.
So that could either lead to good or that could lead to bad.
But the captain needs to be alive, so how are we going to do that?
Make him unconscious.
Well, he doesn't need to be alive. Just
He's wanted to be alive.
There's a bit extra in it for you.
The I guess 2 questions, Clyde.
Hmm.
The water conditions is pretty chaotic. Like there's no consistency of the wind with the Kraken.
Oh no, it was pretty calm before. Now, yeah. Only now it's been chaotic.
Okay.
And
And
you said it was high
Tide's
tide. Is the tide coming in or going out at all?
high tide. Tide. You're not sure. You haven't taken the time to study it, per se.
the other question is the guys on the ship, relative to us, do we have a good line of sight of them, or are they obscured by the railing?
No, you have relatively good sight of them. You also, they also have relatively good sight of you. Yeah. With the exception of the ones farthest from you guys, of course.
Yeah, like these guys.
I think these would be obscured for trees. We've got this chap to worry about. Last question. If we got to here, up the top here, could we misty step onto the boat?
I need to.
Don't you have to account for height as well?
Yeah, you do.
So if
I
you're
don't-
very close to the boat, possibly, because it's 30
Possible.
feet for Misty Step, right?
Yeah, it is.
Because I also have I have wings and mother. So yeah, as long as the boat's not 15 feet tall, or if it's just 15 feet tall, you can make it from the tip of the island.
Yeah, so
Well, but the beach could be sloped quite well too. Like you could have height.
yeah, if it's a sloped cliff, then yeah. Zazu could make it look to us because Zazu has the Misty Step as a racial skill.
I can make it. What are you trying to do over there?
Yeah, so yeah, a few of us will be able to get across.
I'm thinking we darkness the ship or fog cloud or something to obscure it to take them out of commission and bum rush this one.
Yeah. The amazing one.
Even if
Yeah.
you can't do that, then just leave me to deal with these guys. Guys on the boat.
The issue is if it's just you, then all the cannons will shoot at just you.
Yeah,
And
we
you've
should-
Well,
got
there's
the
the cannons
splitter,
aren't shooting towards us. They're shooting towards
Yet.
the other. I mean, yet, but I have ways. Trust.
Should stay together because you're a good range guy.
True.
Yeah, because we're going to need you to shoot this. I'm guessing this is a sharpshooter. Otherwise, she's going to cut us down before we get close.
Yeah.
Which one are we looking at?
Okay, then at that point, should we try to take down the big boats because they would have more cannon, have more firepower, and the fleet is coming in from which way is our fleet coming, Clyde? We know, right?
All directions.
All directions.
Mhm.
So, do we want to try to take down the big boats first? Because they would have
We-
the more firepower.
I'm thinking we've got a rough disable on these 4.
Yeah, just trust that.
It's going to be hard for them to get double broadsides.
So do we want to like go straight? Do we want to go for this one, or do we want to go straight to this one?
Which
Wait,
was the second one, sorry? Oh, yeah.
Did you pink?
Where you pinging?
So do we want to go to like there to there, or do we want to go like try to disable this, then come and double back?
No, for sure. Well, my opinion would be go to this one first, because the sooner we disable a cannon, the less firepower overall. And if we go to the air, that means at least 2 rounds of getting shot at from both.
Yeah, true. All right.
Hey, Clyde,
Yes.
one quick question. By the time we got to the thing, would I have been able to signal for my griffin to come pick me up? And how far? If so, how far is he away?
Yes. And he'll arrive to you in 2 turns in combat. So this is turn 1, and then he'll arrive in the next turn. Yeah.
When we scrambled up, can we literally see the captain, or can we?
Not to begin with, no.
Okay, cool.
But I assume you guys will be rushing towards the tent anyway, so I just revealed the token.
So okay,
Just
so
be
this
careful
is
of the
my thing,
griffin.
right, guys? If we take the 2 turns it takes for Ezekiel's griffin to get there, we'll be able to take out these guys. I'm assuming we'll be able to take out these guys on the far right ship and then head over, because there's no sense in like skipping this if this is like the biggest like threat to us in the beginning.
I mean, counter
And
argument. We
me
crossed it
and
here.
what's it called?
We're out of line of sight. We're safe from it. It becomes irrelevant to us.
But then we'll be able to like force more forces to be on top of us, and we'll be moving further away from his griffin, so it'll take longer.
Yeah, but the griffin will help him. It's not necessarily going to help the whole party in the initial phase. If this can be darkness or fog count, that's 1 action. Disable 5.
Okay, but how long does your darkness last, and is it rain?
10 minutes and 60 feet. I think it's 10
But
minutes.
when
10
you move
minutes
out
are
of that
about.
60 feet, what's it called?
Well, they
does it
can't
go
move.
away?
Nah, it's concentration. Darkness. Oh no, it is up to 10 minutes. So yeah. Or in the fog cloud,
So it's
depends.
just
Up this will blow
magical.
away.
It's just magical darkness, and then what's it called? You run away, and it's 10 minutes. No matter
Yes.
how far you are away from it.
As long as I don't get hit. It's
Okay.
concentration as well.
Yeah, concentration
I
after
believe.
10 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
concentration after 10 minutes.
All right. I was just trying to make sure that they were like dealt with.
I would know because Alton has it.
You said what?
My drow character Alton has darkness.
Like if I can't get with a good coverage on the cannons and shit, but then I guess we could shoot them.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Let's see.
Cheers.
Because you could shoot this guy almost straight away, right? It's what you could
That
move
guy,
150.
I'm pretty sure I move 2 squares. I can shoot him. Hold on, let me check
Yeah.
my range. 'Cause I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I have like almost 200 range.
It's 150, I think. So, but then you're running.
We still have pass without a trace, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, unless you've dropped
It's
it.
still going?
Yeah.
I would have kept it till maximum.
Also, how does my sunfish? Can my sunfish attack the ships?
Oh, yeah, you got a
It
fish.
can certainly try. It'll take a while.
If it can puncture a hole in the bottom and make it leak, make it slightly sink, then yeah. Rather than trying to attack from above, just punch a hole in the hole.
Yeah. No, I was trying to puncture a hole in it, but I remember somebody said civilians boats. I'm like,
Just send it back to the Kraken's, where the Kraken was staying. You steal its stuff. In case it's
I mean,
steal its pillow.
The Kraken is now there for you guys to look at.
Steal its blankets where it was sleeping.
Could have some pretty cool
Oh
treasure.
yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Maybe I'll chewing on something legendary.
Advantage.
It's chewy toy.
Wait, what the fuck is this? Longbow? This weapon has a following mastery property? What is this?
Oh, that's new shit.
Oh, that's the 2024 stuff.
Are we implementing the new shit?
Nah.
No.
Damn. Because that's crazy. Guess what it got added to it?
Topple, wasn't it?
Nah, slow. So if you
Slow.
hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to it, you can reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. And then if the creature is hit more than once by weapons that have this property, the speed reduction doesn't exceed feet, which is crazy. So,
Oh, someone rolled a -1.
are we rolling initiative?
No. He's rolling initiative for the enemies. We'll roll our initiative next.
Correct.
Yeah,
This
next
week.
session. I'm aware.
Yeah, I was gonna try do this mission blind as well. No.
Clyde.
Mm.
I might not be able to make next session because I'm going up for the Black Friday weekend.
Okay. I mean, this is on Sunday, so.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying been leaving Thursday, going up Friday, going Saturday, and then Sunday. It's the usual, the usual weekend thing. Depending, I might be able to make it if we leave early. If we leave early, like usual for Sundays. Oh, but I'll give you the heads up on that. No. If I can't, if I really can't make it, I'll DM you about it.
Sure.
It's 150 range, and then 600. What up to 600 is the non-effective ranger or something like that, rather.
600 or between 150 and 600 would be disadvantage for most shooters unless you've got sharpshooter.
I don't have sharpshooter on.
Yeah, so it'd be disadvantage past the 150. So you could still shoot it from there, but it would be rolling at disadvantage.
Sharpshooter.
So
I
might
mean,
as
I
well
could
work
just
20.
move. I could just move 30 feet, and then
Yeah, it's easy.
I could even like Zephyr a bunch of shots at it.
Holy shit, this thing is a monster. Oh, I mean, of course, but
Well, I'll see you guys next session.
Yeah, I should sleep too. Thanks for the games, guys. Dislike.
no problem.
I'm about to go play League of Legends.
Wait, GG.
GG's indeed. All right. I'll keep on
Catch you
prepping,
guys.
but I'll be out of the call.
Catch you later.
Catch you, boys.